Fort Evans Archery of Inwood is your local full-service archery pro shop with sales and setup, maintenance, repairs, and sight-ins. Fort Evans Archery is a full stocking dealer for all your favorites like Hoyt, Matthews, Elite, Bowtech, Mission, and Bear, with crossbows from Raven, 10-point, Barnett, and Excalibur. And Fort Evans Archery has a sight range out to 60 yards. Fort Evans Archery, 998 Arden-Nullville Road, Suite 2, Inwood, open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. until 6, Saturdays 9:30 to 4. FortEvansArchery.com.
A hot tub and swim spa expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Endless pool swim spas up to $8,000 off MSRP. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations. Hot tubs, hot tubs, hot tubs. The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Truckloads of hot tubs from major brands like Hot Spring Hot Tubs. All discounted. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Easy financing. Save thousands. Swim year-round with endless pool swim spas. Up to $8,000 off MSRP. Saunas as low as $79 a month. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges. Up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations. SpaExpoTristate.com. The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Endless pool swim spas. Up to $8,000 off MSRP. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges. Up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations.
The thing I'm most passionate about with my clients is that 95% of them that come to me, they've never been in trouble in their lives. They've got careers, promising futures, things that matter.
So thankfully, after it was all said and done, I had no DUI and I had no more stress facing me or my family.
When you're on the fence whether to hire a DUI attorney, I always say that you really cannot afford not to. My name is Harley Wagner. My law practice has been exclusively focused on driving under the influence cases throughout the state of West Virginia.
The following sports special is a broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Dear Lord, the battles we go through life.
Dear Lord, the battles we go through life.
We ask for a chance to fair.
We ask for a chance to fair.
Chance to equal our strife. Chance to do it there.
Chance to do it there.
We should win.
We should win.
Let it be by the code.
Let it be by the code.
Faith and honor held high.
Faith and honor held high.
We should lose.
We should lose.
Stand by the road.
Stand by the road.
Cheers, the winners go by.
Cheers, the winners go by.
Day by day.
Day by day.
We get better and better.
We get better and better.
So we can't beat beat.
We can't beat beat.
Who let the dogs out?
It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school football, featuring the Martinsburg Bulldogs. To get you ready for today's play-by-play action, we'll bring you interviews, in-depth analysis, and important game information on the pregame show. So let's get things started by going to the stadium and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Good evening and welcome to Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, it's finally here. It's a state championship rematch from last year as the Martinsburg Bulldogs host the Spring Mills Cardinals. I'm Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Alongside me on the call yet again this evening, Dylan Bishop. Our on-site producer is John Alderton. Camera crew here for this evening. Got a 4-man crew. Rodney Watcher, Ethan Elliott, Jillian Haynes, and Vernon Dale Paquel. And back at the studio, it's Kyler High. You'll hear from him at halftime and postgame with some scores from around the state here in Week 9 of the high school season. Our pregame show is brought to you by W. Harley Miller Systems, providing custom integration services like home and office automation, home theater, networking, audio, video distribution, and more. Call them at 304-350-1931 or visit WHMsystems.com. Dylan, things are cooling down. Leaves are changing colors. It's football weather. It's football time, and it's finally time to see these two teams go head-to-head once again.
We last year had a state championship between Martinsburg and Spring Mills, something that maybe we could have seen it coming eventually, but it really just popped up on us out of nowhere. Spring Mills being as good as they were last year. And coming into this year, Spring Mills looks like another quality football team they put together with Coach Law. But it doesn't seem like this year anybody anticipates the same level of competition between the Cardinals and the Bulldogs. Seems like, the Cardinals dropped a couple games already this year. So we're wondering, Max Anderson's gone, Coy Fagan is gone. They've moved on to the premier universities in the state of West Virginia to go play quarterback there. Max Anderson at WVU, Coy Fagan at Marshall. Now we've got Brian Dick and Rylan Swartz here, last year's backups. And it's going to be a fun game because Spring Mill's defense still seems like it is a terror to get by. And some teams have been able to put up big numbers against them. A lot of teams haven't. Martinsburg, it's going to be, I'd say, their biggest test of the year on the defensive side since those first 2 weeks of the season, where once we got past that, the Bulldogs have been rolling, whether it's getting past those early season jitters, tougher competition, or if they've just slowly but surely figured out what they do best. And Spring Mills has shown. Those two matchups last year, even if they don't have all the same players, Coach Law, Coach Hessen, able to put together a good game plan to make things tough on the Bulldogs. We'll see if they can do it again tonight.
Yeah, but as you said, the Bulldogs have reached a whole different level here since those first two games that were losses. They've stretched 6 straight wins now, and the closest games have been decided by 4 touchdowns. It's been blowouts since then. Will it be here tonight? Who knows? Martinsburg is on the upward trend. Spring Mills, as you said, still a very good team, but not like last year where they came close, not once, but twice, to beating this Martinsburg team. Can they do it here tonight to avoid falling to 4-4 and be the first team to do it in a very long time is the big question.
It was a big senior class last year for Spring Mills, and one that had a lot of experience throughout its high school career before they've now left for college. And it wasn't just Max Anderson being a 4-year starter at quarterback. It was a lot of experience up front on the defense. So progression is not linear. I think that Spring Mills is developing into a strong program here in the Panhandle under Coach Law, and just as they grow their population in the school, as that part of the county grows, Spring Mills is going to continue getting better at football. I think last year showed the heights that they can reach, but not necessarily where they'll be every year. Maybe they can get to that point here in a handful of years, but I think up to that point we're going to see some ups and downs. You get to that point, your best players graduate, the guys underneath, they're not all going to be as good. Eventually, you build yourself up. You look at Martinsburg; it didn't happen overnight. Spring Mills in a similar spot. Maybe they'll get there. Maybe they can get there tonight and pull off the big upset.
Let's step aside, take our first break of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. On the other side of this break, we'll have the check of the area schedule for you. You're tuned into West Virginia High School football here on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Free money you can't lose. Download the Casino Kings app today.
Prohibited word void. Must claim to be 21 or older. Free money is not cash. Won't cannot be withdrawn. This obtains free money or unrestricted markets on authorized claim by Indian Spirit. Game the problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You've probably heard that sped up disclaimer at the end of sportsbook ads. The ones that say,
call 1-800-GAMBLER.
But can they really help you stop gambling? Yes. They've helped thousands of people here in West Virginia stop gambling and take back their lives. They provide guidance and resources, including financial counseling and even free software to block gambling sites. So talk to someone who will take the time to listen. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures, including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
Welcome back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for the Check of the Area schedule, brought to you by Rock's Local Markets, with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Fast, fresh, friendly, Rock's. The Jefferson Cougar season has done a complete 180. After starting 0-4, they've now won 3 straight games, including back-to-back wins over undefeated teams. Last week's victory for the Cougars came in double overtime against Loudoun County, 35-34. With Jefferson now sitting at 3-4 overall, they find themselves in 9th in this week's WVSSAC playoff ratings. Tonight, the Cougars will go head-to-head with the Musselman Applemen. Here's Jefferson head coach Craig Hunter with his thoughts on Musselman.
It seems like they found their niche, what they're going to do, what they want to do. They found it, and they do it well. Coach Thomas has always been a good coach and gets the most out of everything he does with the young men that he has. They're able to do some things in the running game, and they get you sucked in with the run, and everything looks the same. And next thing you know, they're dropping back and passing the ball on you. West being back, the defense is better and better than last year. It's more prolific. They do a lot more different things. What he brings to the table as far as his game plan, his schemes that he does, and they're physical and they get after you.
As for the Musselman Applemen, they too are trending positively as of late. Last week, they shut out the Hedgesville Eagles 53-0 to get to 3-4 overall, and have now won back-to-back games for the first time since the start of the 2023 season. This week, the Applemen come in at 11th in the WVSSAC playoff ratings. As they prepare for tonight's game at Jefferson, Musselman head coach Brian Thomas can't help but notice a few similarities between his team and the Cougars.
Jefferson's a really good team. I kind of in a way almost compare the way their season's gone to ours a little bit, just because we both have had tough schedules. We both have played difficult opponents. Some of our losses are similar. We both lost to Martinsburg. We both lost to Spring Mills. That's comparable. We beat a team that at the time probably nobody was picking us to beat. We beat Wheeling Park. And they've won some games which I would assume a lot of people would probably didn't think that they would win. They're rolling. They're playing really well. Coach Hunter does a really good job with them. They have athletes all over the place, and they're playing really good football. They looked really good the past 2 games against 2 teams that were both top quality teams, George Washington and Loudoun County. So they're a really good football team.
The Washington Patriots are trying to put last week's 69-0 loss at Martinsburg in the rear-view mirror and focus on what's ahead of them. And just like Musselman and Jefferson, they too are 3-4 overall and find themselves at 13th in the WVSSAC playoff ratings. Tonight, the Patriots are on the road, taking on the Hampshire Trojans at a Class 3A. Here's what Washington head coach Terry Ray had to say about Hampshire.
Offensively, they do a lot of stuff. They like throwing the ball. If you look at their games that we had, they're about 50-50 run pass, but they can sling the ball around. They're constantly looking to throw the ball. The Eversole kid's got a pretty good arm, and he's real shifty. They're pretty solid on offense. Defensively, they're giving us an even front and an odd front look, depending on what we're doing. We're going to try to run the football and take what they give us.
Lastly, we check in on the Hedgesville Eagles. Last week, they lost 53-0 to Musselman, and to make matters even worse, the injury bug has returned. Now sitting at 0-7 overall and 19th in this week's WVSSAC playoff ratings, things aren't looking good for them. But head coach Matt Faircloth and his team are staying positive and not waving the white flag on the season just yet. Tonight, the Eagles face the Parkview Patriots out of Virginia. Even with all the obstacles in their way, Coach Faircloth outlined what his team needs to do tonight to try and finally get that first win of the season.
Getting back to what we were trying to get accomplished Friday night and getting into that smash mouth style offense and grinding the clock and limit possessions and give ourselves a chance by time of possession. Defense get a couple stops, bend, don't break. But like I said, you figure you're down 6 starters on offense and you're down another 5 on defense. So when you're starting to plug and play with a lot of young kids, even younger kids than what we were already playing with. I mean, this Friday night we're going to have 8 sophomores, 2 juniors, and 1 senior starting on the offensive side of the ball. So, we expect it's going to be a process, but at the end of the day, these kids have bought into, okay, it's next man up mentality. Let's go out, get our reps, get better, and use each game to move forward.
That was your check of the area schedule, brought to you by Rock's Local Markets, with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Fast, fresh, friendly, Rock's. We'll be right back with more of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show right after this. You're tuned into West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Beckett Surf Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? lawpbn.com.
Nothing goes better with football than chicken. From Pee-wee to the big boys to the wing T formation. Oh my, fumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Rock's Local Market.
Sometimes our customers face circumstances that stretch their financial resources. At West Virginia American Water, we're here to help. Our customer assistance program can keep your life flowing by providing one-time assistant grants of up to $500, payment installment plans, and budget billing to provide predictable monthly bills. We also offer discounts of 20% for qualified low-income customers. To learn more about our customer assistant programs, visit westvirginiaamwater.com.
You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair.
We welcome you back here on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube, as we are about 45 minutes away from kickoff here in this state championship rematch as the Martinsburg Bulldogs host the Spring Mills Cardinals, as we now will break down the Cardinal season so far. 4-3 overall, coached by Marcus Law. And you look at the season starting off with that 14-0 win against Jefferson on the road, and then falling 33-28 to Wheeling Park, but then getting back-to-back shutout wins against Connellsville and Musselman, then falling to Morgantown 21-0 and blowing out Washington 51-7, most recently falling to University last week 35-28 in a game that was a great battle. They were down by 2 scores, had to fight back, and then went back and forth. It was tied late. They went for a field goal, missed it to go ahead, then forced a punt, but right after that punt, an interception for University in the final minute or so, and then they were able to punch it into the end zone with just about 30 seconds remaining, and that gave University that victory. And now Spring Mill sitting here looking at Martinsburg, trying to somehow, some way pull off the upset and avoid going to 500 on the dot at 4-4. And it's going to be tough.
It is. There's still a lot of talent on the Spring Mills team, whether it's Tavon Jones or Blake Sanders at running back. They've used both of them to a somewhat even split so far this year. Blake Sanders only played in 6 games instead of 7, but 62 carries for him versus 54 for Tavon Jones. Both are averaging in the neighborhood of 5 yards a carry, 6 touchdowns for Sanders, 4 for Jones. But Spring Mill's been passing the ball more than I would have probably expected with Ryland Swartz. He's throwing the ball 164 times this year versus Spring Mills as a team as a whole has run the ball 188 times, so pretty close to an even split. 8 touchdowns to 5 interceptions for Swartz. So it's probably going to be big for Spring Mills tonight to see how well is that passing game going to work. And it's been mostly spread out between Zane Whipp and Xavier Anderson. We're not really too surprised to see Xavier Anderson up there, but Whipp is the leading receiver on the team. 31 catches for 463 yards and 2 touchdowns. Anderson has 5 receiving touchdowns. But both of those guys, well over 10 yards per catch. So, we saw it a lot with Max Anderson at quarterback last year, where when they did pass the ball, they liked to throw it deep. Think of Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles, where if the quarterback isn't part of the run game, a lot of times they're going to send those receivers deep down the field and they're going to try to make a big play on the outside, likely to Xavier Anderson, because against Martinsburg, that's your mismatch. Like, you don't have Kyrie Bunny this year, if you're Martinsburg, to be able to go out there and cover Xavier Anderson. Who's going to be able to do a good job of that?
I was about to bring up. Height advantage, skill advantage. It favors Xavier Anderson, the future Cincinnati Bearcat, next year. You look here at your corners, and your tallest one is Mason Wally, at least starting-wise. You kind of look at who's backing him up, and DeJuan Woodson as well. They're both only 6 foot. Xavier Anderson listed at 6'5", and a freak athlete in almost any sport that you put him in. So will he have a big day? Who knows, but you expect him to here today. And if they can get those big plays downfield, that's what we know Martinsburg has been susceptible to this season, especially in that first game when they lost to Camden 28-0. But the question always is, can the line give the quarterback enough time? And we'll see if that's the case here tonight up front for Spring Mills. Can its offensive line provide enough protection for Ryland Swartz to be able to take those deep shots?
Yeah, and that was a problem. It's always a problem against Martinsburg, but it was last year, too, to a certain extent, and some of those guys have graduated. And Martinsburg is willing to let their corners go out there on an island and just cover a wide receiver one-on-one. I'm curious to see if we get somebody who doesn't normally play at the outside corner position to go and cover Xavier Anderson tonight, because I think sometimes you would see that with Kyrie Bunny, where he wasn't always playing corner, but against Spring Mills he sure did against Xavier Anderson. Do we see Boston Todd play corner to match up with Xavier Anderson, or do they let Mason Wally or Kingsley McDonald-Gibson have the matchup?
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, or do they just double-team him?
I think that would be the smart move, is to always make sure you have safety help over the top, if nothing else.
Anything else, Dylan? If not, we'll get to our break so we can hear from Coach Law.
Let's get to that.
All right, we'll step aside and take that break. And again, on the other side, we'll hear from Spring Mills head coach Marcus Law. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10, and WRNR TV on YouTube.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
The thing I'm most passionate about with my clients is that 95% of them that come to me, they've never been in trouble in their lives. They've got careers, promising futures, things that matter.
So thankfully, after it was all said and done, I had no DUI and I had no more stress facing me or my family.
When you're on the fence whether to hire a DUI attorney, I always say that you really cannot afford not to. My name is Harley Wagner. My law practice has been exclusively focused on driving under the influence cases throughout the state of West Virginia.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department.
We welcome you back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for our coaches interview, brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons, joined by the Spring Mills head coach, Marcus Law. Coach, how's the season gone so far for your team?
It's been a little bit up and down there. I mean, it's just a lot of positive things that we've kind of dried ourselves on, held our hat on, but it's one of those things when you welcome as many new guys we have, it's about finding that right chemistry, that mixture for us, and they're responding the way we kind of wanted them to.
Obviously, expectations were high after last year's season for you guys. How do you keep your team, though, kind of realistic as to how the season's gone this year?
Well, it's one of those things, after each week we kind of sit there and assess ourselves, and we use Mondays to kind of go back through some things. But everything we want is still there, but it's also we just got to take the harder route to get to where we want to go at. And I always lean my hat on these seniors here. They come in, week out, and just kind of get that mindset right for the week.
Obviously, an unfortunate loss last week that left a sour taste in your team's mouth with how it ended, but how do you remain positive and look back at that game and try to find those positives?
Well, we tell the guys there's still a lot to play for. It's not one of those things we come in here and tank the season, all it is just a few plays here and there, unfortunate injuries here and there. But again, there's still a whole lot for us to play for. And our seniors recognize that. They was in a similar situation before, when we got those wins back. So it's just one of those things, keep the mindset, keep a mind on the task at hand, and just improve each play.
What did you like from your team in that effort last week?
They didn't fall behind. We fell down 14-0, and then we called our way back out of that thing to tie the game up 14-14. Watching film, there's such a lot of positive things that we have done. We just got to maintain more positives than negatives.
What do you feel like the strengths so far been for your team this year?
Well, I think all three feed off each other. I mean, you can sit there and say that defense is the primary focus of us. It's our identity. But, once defense is playing well, offense is playing well, special team as well. So I like to think of it as like a whole unit,
What's kind of been the motivation here this week for your team as you guys get ready for Martinsburg?
One play at a time. That's our thing. Also, it's a great team that we're playing. They've done it year in, year out. So it's a chance for us to kind of right this ship and get things where we want it.
When you've been breaking down the film, what stands out to you about the Bulldogs?
Athletic. They're going to run their quarterback runs and stuff, but Boston, he's a tremendous athlete. And so it's one of those things when we're on defense, knowing where he is and then understanding what they want to do offensively. Defensively, I figure they'll play the same thing they've kind of done the last couple of years. It's been effective, so, why change it? But, again, there are some things that we have done well against them in the past that we need to try to maintain and improve on that.
For your defense, how tough is it kind of just to game plan and figure out what to choose, I guess, during a situational formation and whatnot that Martinsburg brings to pick your poison almost, as some would say?
Well, I think it all lines down to just knowing alignment and how to run fit up in there, because when it comes down, they're gonna run the ball, And so when they line up these different formation, it's understanding where our gaps are, understanding who's setting the edge and who's got quarterback, and then also where it's Boston at.
What's it going to take for your team this week to pull off the upset?
We got to win as many plays as we possibly can. And one of those things, they're going to make plays. And it's one of those things we can't, after they make a play, drop our heads and lose our emotion. Maintain, we can claw our way back into this thing.
Anything else, Coach? If not, we'll get to the fun question.
Just excited. Week in, week out, it's why you play the game. So we're excited to come out and go to our next test.
All right, fun question for this week. Obviously, football season, long days become long as well as it's probably 12 plus hours, and that might be a light day sometimes. So for you, how do you get through it when it comes to caffeine? What kind of guy are you when it comes to beverages? Is it coffee, energy drinks? Is it just nothing at all, and somehow, some way you're just able to fight through it?
Oh, it's definitely coffee in the morning, and on game day, it's the energy drinks, Red Bull. I've got to have it, so it's I am glued. When I don't have it, it's a bad day for everyone involved.
How many do you think you go through a day?
Coffee, I'm probably on a good, I think I make about 7 cups in the morning, get me through the day. Yeah, I got to float out. And then a couple of Red Bulls on game day, so.
You guys are crazy. You're killing us. All right. Appreciate the time, Coach.
Appreciate it. Thank
Best
you so
of luck.
much.
That was our coach's interview brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown, or online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons back with more of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show right after this. This is West Virginia High School football and talk radio WRNR and TV10.
Hi, I'm Hoppy Kirchhoff, a longtime radio host and Peak Advantage member. I'm excited to share the great news that you now have the option to join Peak Advantage Medicare plans, West Virginia's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, created for you by local trusted doctors partnering with WVU Medicine and Valley Health. Our plans include a $0 premium plan option including dental, vision, hearing, prescriptions, flex card, and more. If you'd like to become a member of Peak Advantage or have more questions, contact our local team today at 1-877-478-5545.
Did you know a fully loaded truck weighs 80,000 pounds?
I do know that they can cause a lot of damage in a wreck.
Over 40,000 people die every year in crashes.
And distracted driving is getting even worse.
I wish we had better ways to prevent distracted driving.
Me too. But one thing we can do is help people who've been injured in car and truck accidents.
Hurt in almost heaven? Dial the 7s. 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
You feel that in the air? The precision passes of expletives thrown from a jersey-clad warrior to his TV, his dog, or anyone that'll listen. It's time for tailgating and showing off those parking lot picnics. Just remember, when you come out of the fourth quarter to 5 new dents, remember Cody's Auto Body is your MVP. I can erase those dents, just not the memory of your team's awful record. I'm Cody with Cody's Auto Body. That's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
What are you looking for? How about some craft beer? Or maybe you want some New York style pizza? Maybe some time with your family? Or maybe you want to have game night with all your friends out on the patio? Yeah, we got that.
Are you looking for a lager? Maybe a stout or IPA? We've got that.
Our dough is made fresh every day. Our sauce is made daily. And our mozzarella is absolutely amazing. Our neighborhood is growing, and it deserves a place where you can have great food, great beer, and a great ambiance. And that place is right here.
Andy's Pizza and Inferno Brewery. Andy'sPizza.com.
Welcome you back here on Talk Radio WRNR TV10, WRNR TV on YouTube. It is homecoming night here for the Martinsburg Bulldogs as they get ready to host the Spring Mills Cardinals in tonight's state championship rematch. So we continue our pregame show brought to you by W. Harley Miller Systems. Let's now break down the home-standing Martinsburg Bulldogs, the defending state champions, beating Spring Mills not once but twice last year, the one time in the regular season at Spring Mills, and then the one time down in Charleston when it mattered most for that state championship. Since starting 0-2, as we've said, it's been 6 straight wins, and they've been dominant ones, Dylan. Closest game was decided by 28 points, and that happened twice. It was Musselman and Morgantown in back-to-back weeks, but when it's a 4-touchdown difference, and that's the closest games in this winning streak, you can tell they've definitely went to a different level now.
Martinsburg is a shade under 9 yards per play this season. That's for the full season. 8.98 yards per play. Almost a first down every play. Against Washington, 16.6 yards per play, which is just an incredible number. And Washington had no passing yards. They just weren't able to pass the ball on them at all. 358-95 is the Martinsburg scoring margin so far this year. Brian Dick averaging over 5 yards a carry. Has carried the ball 110 times. The closest running back is Kevin Myers at 45 carries. Of course, as we talk about, Kingston McDonald-Gibson continues his incredible yards per carry numbers, which is over 19 right now, 19.3 yards per carry on just 22 carries so far this year.
So it came down from last week, which is still crazy.
Yeah, Boston Todd is averaging over 11 yards per carry when they give him the ball on jet sweeps, things like that. And then throw in 20 yards per catch on the receiving side. 38 catches, 784 yards, and 11 touchdowns so far this year through the air for Boston Todd. And Brian Dick has been careful with the ball. It's been a low-risk offense. Brian Dick, 17 passing touchdowns to just 2 interceptions, and over 62% completion. It's pretty much just been deep shots and screens from Martinsburg's passing attack, but that's really all they've needed it to be, because the offensive line can win up front, whether it's the quarterback, your number one wide receiver carrying the ball, or if it's one of these running backs, which have been good, whether it's McDonald Gibson or Myers or Cofield or even Gage Orem like last week. And then they've just been really tough to slow down since week 3, and the defense has been dominant as well.
And we haven't really mentioned Brian Dick either. I mean, on the ground, he didn't have to do anything last week, but he's still your primary guy when it comes to carrying the ball, even with a Kevin Myers, even with a Terrell Cofield, even with Kingston McDonald Gibson back there too. There's just incredible depth all around this year for the Bulldogs, and it's been incredible to witness.
Like I said, he's got 110 carries so far this year, and the number one running back is at 45. And next closest is at 22. So he's led the charge, especially in those early games. He hasn't had to do that as much as the season has gone on. They've let him drop back and pass the ball some more. But still, just 109 passes through 8 games. It's not like they're throwing the ball a ton. And again, they don't really need to with the push that they get up front in the run game. The defensive numbers continue to be impressive overall. And whether it's individual or team, Frankie Urias leads the team in sacks with 5.5. Carson Knight leads the team in tackles for loss at 9. Ty Ricketts is behind him at 7.5. But it's been an all-around group effort on the defensive side. 4 interceptions for Colby Walker this year, and that's with him dropping 1 or 2. But
well, that's kind of the number I was about to bring up just in a whole is turnovers this year forced by the defense. 19 total, 8 interceptions, 11 fumble recovery. So it's not an average of 3 per game anymore. It's down to 2.4 pretty much, which is still crazy. That is insane for a defense to force that many turnovers per game.
It is. And the defensive numbers overall, it's been tough for anybody to get things going against Martinsburg. 4 yards of play, third down percentage 35%, and completion percentage 40%. Incredible numbers on both sides of the ball now for Martinsburg as the season's gone on.
Just past the bottom of the hour, about 6:35 now. Kickoff at 7 p.m., so we're going to step aside, take one last break. On the other side of this break, we'll hear from Martinsburg head coach David Walker. We'll also hear from a player from each team, as I was joined by both running backs for each team, Spring Mills, Blake Sanders, and for Martinsburg this time around, Kevin Myers from the running back room. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio, WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments want to help keep our communities, including backyard flocks and farms, safe from H5N1, the avian flu. To stay up to date with current risk levels and CDC recommendations, as well as disease prevention information shared by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, be sure to check out the Community Resources section of the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department at bchealthdept.org. This ad has been made possible through a grant-funded partnership with the West Virginia Department of Health.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors, and good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg, owners just care more about you.
Welcome back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for our coaches interview, brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons. So I'm now joined by the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, David Walker, as well as the juice man for the team, Sharif Williams. Reef, how you feeling after last week's butt whooping against Washington?
As expected.
As expected. What are your expectations for this week?
A butt whooping.
All right. I like the sound of that. How about you, Coach? What were your thoughts on last week's win against the Patriots?
I was glad that our guys come out and took care of business. Played very well, played fast, played physical. Were able to come up with some big plays, but and defensively I thought we played really well, so I was excited for them.
Obviously, they were kind of down, especially at the quarterback position, but you guys still took advantage of it as expected and went into cruise control pretty much all game long. But in a game like that, what are some maybe things that you want to see from other guys, and who do you feel like stepped up that maybe doesn't usually get those experiences at the varsity level?
I mean, a lot of guys got to play. I was glad we was able to get Gage Orm in and let him get some carries. I think he's going to be a really good one down the road, and so it was good for him. It was good for Christian Irving, another young kid to come up with some big plays. But overall, I thought we were clicking pretty well and did what they should have done, what they're supposed to do against an opponent. I think that you're overmatched.
And then this week, obviously, it's a big one that a lot of people have had highlighted on the schedule. It's a rematch of last year's state championship against Spring Mills from right down the road. What's been the excitement level for your team here this week because of the rematch, along with it being homecoming as well?
I mean, I don't know that it's any different any other week. I think we've prepared and practiced like we do week in and week out. So I don't know that there's any. I'm sure there are, with it being homecoming and who we're playing. But from my standpoint, I've not seen a lot of difference. We could try to go out and practice hard every day, and I think we've done a pretty good job this week.
What has been, I guess, maybe the main focus points in this week's practice?
Same as it is every week. We focus on us, try to eliminate mistakes, try to get better, try to practice, make sure we're practicing hard. But the main thing is just trying to focus on trying to get better and eliminating mistakes.
What's your thoughts heading into this matchup about Spring Mills?
They're a really good football team, and it's going to be, a great game, just like it has been the last couple times we played. They've got some really good players, and I think we're going to have to play really well, and I think it's going to come down to the wire like it has the last two times we played them.
What are those big, factors on your end that you guys are trying to key in on to make sure you guys have the edge come Friday?
Well, we've got to eliminate penalties. We've not been great at that, so we got to do a better job at that. Try to eliminate, their big plays. And I think offensively we've got to be able to handle their pressure. I mean, defensively they're a really good football team, and Anderson's a great player, and they bring pressure from all over, and they've got athletes on the back end. So, we're going to be able to – we got to be able to handle what they do and try to, take whatever they give us.
You mentioned one of their key guys, in Xavier Anderson, going up against a guy with talent like him and size that he has as well. How do you guys kind of, in practice, I guess, try to form a game plan around that?
Well, you can't simulate what he can do, so it makes it hard to prepare. But I know our guys will be excited to play against him. They all know each other really well. They all get along well, and so I'm sure it'll be a little extra excitement. But I think our guys think that if they can play well against him, that that means they're a pretty good player too. So hopefully our guys are motivated to see what they can do.
Your guys' depth has continued to really show here throughout the season as well, all around. How much comfort does that give you as a head coach to see guys step up and step in and continue to shine as a whole?
I'm happy for them. I think it's just a testament to the way that we practice, from where we started and where we're at now. But you can never have too much depth, so we're always trying to create depth in certain areas. And because there can be a drop-off pretty quick, if you get some guys get banged up. So it's always a point of emphasis. So we've got to be able to come out and have kind of a next man up mentality.
What's that message going to be for your team come kickoff time?
Just like same as it is every week. Play hard, have fun, just have a great attitude, have a great effort, and just see what happens.
You got anything else you want to add to that, Reef?
Nope.
Ready for the fun question?
Yep.
You want to go first? Do you know it, or do I need to repeat it?
No.
All right, long hours, obviously, throughout the football season, long days as well. What keeps you going throughout the day, keeps you awake? Is it coffee? Is it energy drinks? Is it a mix?
Well, my dad, I'm not really allowed to have energy drinks or coffee, so.
That's smart. I don't like either one, so it's a good thing.
Yeah.
You just grind through it no matter what, right?
Yeah, I just grind through it.
How about you, Coach? What's your secret to staying awake throughout the football season?
I usually start with a couple of cups of coffee in the morning, and then my drink of choice, usually throughout the rest of the days, is Coke Zero. Or
how much do you think in a day?
Or Pepsi Zero. I'm on a Pepsi Zero kick right now, but I throw a Coke Zero in there every once in a while. How many do I drink a day? Too many. But I probably shouldn't say.
I was about to say, if you don't know a number, it's probably smart not to count, right?
Yeah, no, it's not too bad. Probably, I try to limit myself to like maybe 4.
All right, I was going to ask you if you can beat Coach Law. He says he usually does 7 cups of coffee throughout the day.
No, I couldn't do that. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I don't sleep as it is, but usually 2 cups in the morning, and then I'm usually good the rest of the day as far as coffee goes.
All right, appreciate the time as always, Coach. Best of luck. That was our coach's interview brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons. We'll be right back with more of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show right after this. This is West Virginia High School football here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hello, Jonathan Bodwell, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, your local Medicare insurance agency. We are celebrating our 20th anniversary this year. The Medicare annual enrollment period is here. Medicare plans have changed drastically this year. We are here to help you with a no-charge review of your coverage. Don't get taken advantage of by a call center. Call us at 304-283-0864. Stay local with Bodwell Insurance Solutions.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson at 304-LAWYERS. Or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors. And good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg, owners just care more about you.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
Welcome back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for our player interviews brought to you by the Murius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Call them today at 304-263-4343 or stop in, schedule an appointment at 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. First joined by the running back here for Spring Mills, Blake Sanders. Blake, how's the season gone so far?
We're doing pretty good. I think just a lot of times we've been hard on ourselves.
giving up at times when we shouldn't be, but overall this year's been pretty good.
Obviously, it was high expectations coming off last year. How did you make sure, though, that you stayed realistic and just continued to grow as a young man?
Basically, I've been sticking to my teammates. I don't talk crap on them. We stick together. We win together. That's just how we play it.
How much has that team chemistry continued to just grow and grow for you guys?
It's grown pretty good since last year was my first time ever here, especially coming into a new year. Basically the same guys. We lost a few seniors, as in Mags, Prophet, all of them, but otherwise, I mean, our team chemistry is pretty good.
What are you guys hoping to accomplish here the rest of the way?
Hopefully get back to that state championship game.
This week, obviously a tough task. It's Martinsburg on the schedule. What stands out to you about them this year?
Just an exciting game. I'm waiting for that game when the stands are packed. I'm ready to get that dub.
Obviously, last year you guys faced them twice. It unfortunately didn't go your way. How do you carry that chip on your shoulder, though, that this time around, hopefully you guys can get it done?
I hope we can get it done, but we got to stay together. We got to stay physical. We can't let our mind get in other places. Even if we're down by a touchdown, we still got to stay together with it.
How do you make sure the energy's right here in this week's practice after last week as well?
Our seniors, we got to make sure, especially me, got to get out here, got to get these guys hype, got to make sure, got to yell at them a few times if I need to get them back in their line.
How have they kind of been able to respond here so far this week to that?
They've been responding pretty good. I mean, we're all hype about this game. We're all excited. We know this is probably going to be our biggest game of the year, and we're excited about it.
Anything else, Blake?
No, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Now joined by running back and safety for the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Kevin Myers. Kevin, how do you feel like the season's gone so far for you and the team?
It's been good. I mean, we did have like the two little losses in the beginning of the season, but we did bounce back. And on the way, I think my team could probably bring up another ring and get a championship.
What have you guys been working on here this week as you gear up for Spring Mill?
Just fundamentals, the basics, just doing what we got to do, and yeah.
As I mentioned, you're a running back, you're also a safety. Which side of the ball do you prefer more and why, offense or defense?
I like offense, get to tote the rock a little bit more. And I mean, I like defense, but I prefer more offense in my opinion. Yeah.
All right, let's get into the offensive side of things then. What do you feel like some of your strengths are that you bring to that running back room to complement everybody else?
Really my speed and then my vision too, also getting through the holes and all that. But we also got, our RB room is really deep. Terrell Cofield and Kingston McDonald, but yeah.
Could have just said Taco Bell, would have been all right too, right? You like that nickname for him? What do you think?
I like it.
We're going to try to get you one here this week. How about that?
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of this week, what's the excitement level for you as you guys get ready for the rematch against Spring Mills?
I mean, we're really excited. I mean, we've been just training hard and all that. I mean, we should be good this week.
Anything else?
No.
Appreciate the time. Best of luck. That was our player interviews brought to you by Marius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Call them today at 304-263-4343. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Back with more of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show right after this. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Fort Evans Archery of Inwood is your local full-service archery pro shop with sales and setup, maintenance, repairs, and sight-ins. Fort Evans Archery is a full stocking dealer for all your favorites like Hoyt, Matthews, Elite, Bowtech, Mission, and Bear, with crossbows from Raven, 10-point, Barnett, and Excalibur. And Fort Evans Archery has a sight range out to 60 yards. Fort Evans Archery, 998 Arden Nullville Road, Suite 2, Inwood, open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. until 6, Saturdays 9:30 to 4. FortEvansArchery.com.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How can I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm John Everson, Private Wealth Advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
We're on Talk Radio, WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube as we continue our pregame show. It's now time for the keys of the game, brought to you by CMA Chevy and Toyota Martinsburg, on one convenient location, 650 Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg. CMA, where owners just care more. Quickly, Dylan, keys of the game.
At Martinsburg, it's limiting their penalties and keeping them behind the sticks and giving up free first downs. And for Spring Mills, I think it's going to be controlling the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball as much as they can and hitting the big plays through the air on offense.
All righty, that's your keys to the game. We're going to step aside, take one last break so we can get our sponsor video in, and then on the other side of that break, we'll have a coin toss, get the starters, and get you set for kickoff for tonight's state championship rematch between Spring Mills and Martinsburg. Again, a 3-minute break, and then we'll be right back. This is West Virginia High School Football on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. We have been challenged to sell 20 new and used vehicles each and every day for the rest of the year. This means you save thousands. Hagerstown Ford is the largest Ford store on the I-81 corridor, ranked among the top dealerships in the country in sales volume and customer satisfaction. If you are even thinking about buying a new car, now is the time. Visit HagerstownFord.com and choose your new ride, and we will bring it to you. You will sign all the documents from your phone and skip that awful finance process that consumes your entire day in the dealership. Let's recap. Hagerstown Ford must sell 20 vehicles a day. You will sign all the documents from your phone on your time. We will bring your new ride to you, and you're done. It's that easy. If you don't like it, return it. Our return policy is better than Walmart, and our buying experience is better than Amazon. And you save thousands. Hagerstown Ford is the #1 Ford store from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C., from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland. Now, we want to be the #1 Ford store in the nation.
Hagerstown Ford, right off Interstate 81, across from the Valley Mall.
And that concludes today's pregame show.
We play every play like it's the most important play of the game.
Who let the dogs out? Coming up next, it's the starting lineups, opening kick, and play-by-play action of West Virginia high school football. Today's game is being brought to you by
W. Harley Miller Systems, Smallwood and Small Insurance Agency, Power, Beck, and Matzaref Law Offices, Senate Finance Chairman Jason Barrett, Hagerstown Ford, Fort Evans Archery, Rocks Local Markets, the Brown Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, personal injury attorneys, Cody's Auto Body, the Palace Lounge, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, the Berkeley County Health Department, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, Ameriprise Financial and the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, CMA Honda of Winchester, CMA Chevy and Toyota of Martinsburg, CMA Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg, Dignity Memorial Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery of Martinsburg, Flower Pools of Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg, Inferno Brewery and Andy's Pizza.
And now, let's go back to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
We welcome you back here to Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium. Let's now get tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Bodwell Insurance Solutions, a local professional to help you with all your Medicare needs. Visit BodwellInsuranceSolutions.com or call 304-283-0864. First for the Spring Mills Cardinals up front. At left tackle, it's number 53, Abel Meza. At left guard, it's number 60, Hunter Eldridge. At center, it's number 52, Roscoe Starlipper. At right guard, it's number 64, Johnny Dronberg. And at right tackle, it's number 71, Mateo Swain. Starting wide receivers here tonight for Spring Mills, it's number 1, Keelan Curry. Number 4, Xavier Anderson. Number 10, Zane Whip. And number 13, Hope Boquay. At running back, it's number 9, Blake Sanders. And at quarterback, it's number 11, Rylan Schwartz. Defensively for Spring Mills, as both teams taking the field now. Up front, at defensive end, on the left, it's Xavier Anderson. Nose tackles, Abel Meza, number 53. Your other defensive end is number 58, Devin King. Sam linebacker is Bradley Butts, number 6. Mike linebacker, number 21, Nolan Forrest. Number 9, Blake Sanders is your Will linebacker. At spur, it's number 12, Jacob Long. At bandit, it's number 13, Hope Boquay. Your corners are number 0, Javon Jones, number 7, Isaiah Wong. And at free safety, it's number 10, Zane Whipf. That's your starters for Spring Mills. Now for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. At tackle, it's number 54, Zion Reeves, and number 58, Jordan Kovacs. At guard, it's number 52, Kane Whip, and number 59, Jeffrey Griffith. And at center, it's number 55, Zaire Tugwell. Receiver starting tonight for Martinsburg, number 1, Mason Wally, number 2, Boston Todd, number 5, Colby Walker, number 11, Kyla Villa. At running back, we believe it will be number 8, Kevin Myers, getting the start here this evening. And at quarterback, it's number 10, Brian Dick. Defensively for Martinsburg up front, you have number 15, Frankie Arias, number 59, Jeffrey Griffith, and number 58, Jordan Kovacs. Linebackers are number 0, Ty Ricketts, number 3, Terrell Cofield, number 6, Carson Knight, number 11, Kyla Villa. Corners are number 1, Mason Wally, and number 20, Kingston McDonald Gibson. Your safeties are number 5, Colby Walker, and number 2, Boston Todd. And that's tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Bodwell Insurance Solutions. The coin toss has concluded. Let's introduce you to tonight's game officials now, brought to you by Inferno Brewery and Andy's Pizza. Call 304-728-ANDY. That's 304-728-2639, or visit www.andyspizza.com. Referee for this evening, Kevin Hardy. Umpires, Jess Dusing. Linesman, David Davis. Line judge, Chris Triggs. Field judge is Danny Burdett. And your side judge is Ken Reed. Martinsburg will be kicking off, defending the right end zone. Spring Mills will be receiving, defending the left end zone. Opening kick brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. As the Bulldogs ready to kick, Cody Page tracing his steps, going back. Martinsburg with the black helmets, all orange uniforms here tonight. Spring Mills with those blue helmets and all white uniforms. End over end kick that's going to be short and returned from the 11-yard line here on the near side. And off to the races, trying to reverse fields, is Keelan Curry, but he's going to be tackled across the 20 and down at the 22-yard line to begin Spring Mills' night.
Cardinals have a chance to get off to a fast start here tonight. Getting the ball first. See what Schwartz and Sanders can do in the run game. See if Schwartz can connect with any big plays to Xavier Anderson and Zane Whip.
So here we go. They go with 2 running backs, one to the left and one to the right. Now send a man in motion on the outside. Zane Whip in the slot from left to right. So 2 receivers near side, one to the far side. And it's a handoff on the outside zone to Sanders, and he's going to be brought down by Ricketts. And that's going to be a play for 0 yards, make it 2nd and 10. Was waiting to see if he had any forward progress or not.
Good job handling that up front by the Bulldogs. Sort of a power read play. Sanders takes to the outside. Great job of holding the edge by Ty Ricketts.
So 2nd and 10 here for Spring Mills. So they flip the slot receiver to the far side now. Swartz dropping back, looking to pass, chucking it deep on the far side. Some hand fighting, and the pass overthrown, it incomplete. That brings up third down.
Really good coverage down the field by Martinsburg. Whip didn't have any room to work with. And Spring Mills is going to have to complete some plays like that down the field.
Todd in coverage against Whip.
Very good job by Boston Todd.
So third down and 10 for Spring Mills here on its opening drive of the night in quarter number 1. They go 3 receivers to the far side, the one to the near side being the 6'5" Xavier Anderson. Looks like Martinsburg double teaming him. Swartz looking in the middle of the field and overthrows Whip again, incomplete. And it's a 3 and out here on the opening drive for the Cardinals as on comes the punt team.
It feels like Martinsburg is expecting a good bit of downfield passing from Spring Mills, coming out not too heavy of a set other than bringing up Ty Ricketts close to the line of scrimmage and then letting the guys on the back end play a one-on-one man coverage other than double teaming, bracketing.
It's a fake punt, and it's unsuccessful. They kept Swartz out there, tried to catch Martinsburg off guard, and the receiver with Swartz not on the same page. He never turned around for the ball. It sailed in front of him, so turnover on downs, which means Martinsburg gets the ball for 1st and 10 just outside the red zone at the 23-yard line, and that only took 50 seconds off the clock here in the first.
It's kind of looking, my guess is Spring Mills has an alert look that Swartz can throw the ball on a punt, and I think he decided to do it at the wrong time.
Jet sweep from right to left. It's Todd making one-man miss, now trying to slip through another tackle, but it's going to be brought down at the 16-yard line, so gain of 7 on the first play for the Bulldogs, making it 2nd down and 3.
Great start for Martinsburg, getting the ball into the red zone after one play.
Looks like they're actually going to say his knee came down at the 17-yard line, so subtract 1 there, making it 2nd down and 4 here from the 17. 3 receivers to right, 1 to the left. Dick in the gun with McDonald Gibson to his left, and that's an extra blocker as Dick goes right up the middle with the run inside the 10. Will be finally brought down, but that's enough for a Martinsburg first down, making it 1st and goal from the 8-yard line.
Great blocking up front. Martinsburg loves running that play on their first drive. That gives us a little bit of a tell that Brian Dick, it will not be like last week where he's not going to be a part of the run game.
3 receivers again to the right, 1 to the left. Dick in shotgun formation with McDonald Gibson to his right. And it's a handoff to McDonald Gibson, and he's going to be swallowed up by Sanders right around the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to give him 1 yard on the carry and make it 2nd and goal now from the 7. And here comes Cofield, your bigger running back.
Well, the defense is condensed down. You're not used to seeing McDonald Gibson only get a 1-yard gain. He's averaging nearly 20 yards a carry.
2 receivers stacked, 1 on top of each other now in the formation to each side, bunched together on the line. They said Todd in motion. It's a jet sweep from left to right. He now cuts up at the far side hash marks, dives for the end zone, and is in. Touchdown, Martinsburg. 9:22 to go here in quarter number 1. It is Martinsburg 6, Spring Mills nothing.
Underrated aspect of that is you have to get good blocking on the outside from your wide receivers. And Martinsburg has gotten that pretty much all year, and it's let Boston Todd be a super effective rusher of the football just on jet sweeps.
Page on to attempt the extra point. The kick is up through the uprights and good. 7-0 Martinsburg leading Spring Mills here in the first. Let's step aside, take a 1-minute break, then be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
We welcome you back here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Martinsburg opening up with a 7-0 lead against Spring Mills. 9:22 to go in quarter number 1. It's Cody Page on to kickoff. He sends a high end-over-end kick that's going to be caught at the 5-yard line by Keelan Curry. And he tries to go up the middle and has space now at the 40-yard line. He's going to be brought down across the 40, and they're going to mark him. It appears at the 43. So solid field position here on the Spring Mills side of the field for the Cardinals to come back out for the second time this evening. But first, let's get a scoring drive summary brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, trusted leadership and real solutions.
It was a short one, 4 plays, 23 yards to get the touchdown. It was a 7-yard jet sweep handoff to Boston Todd to get it in. Martinsburg's kick return coverage this year has not been great.
No, it has not. Ball snapped. It's a fired pass hit as he throws as Swartz. It was intended for Anderson, and it goes out of bounds and falls incomplete. That's throwing me off. I believe that's Swartz, but he's wearing a different uniform number here this evening.
I think you're right.
He's got the hair to match Ryland Swartz, but he's wearing number 8 instead of number 11.
I think he was number 8 last year, if I recall.
Low snap, he's able to handle it, hands it off to Sanders, and immediately it's blown up by Jordan Kovacs. Big loss on the play, bringing the ball back now to the 39-yard line.
Just absolutely no hope on that play. Blown up immediately, Kovacs. There was a missed block somewhere along the Spring Mills offensive line. On that first down play, it looked like the first time Martinsburg left Xavier Anderson one-on-one. There was a curl route about 10 yards down the field by Xavier. Now they're going back to the bracket on the outside.
3rd and 15 now as Swartz takes the snap, dropping back the pass, and will step up in the pocket, get hit, and he's going to be brought down. A sack on the play, backing it up 1 more yard to the 38. And it's another 3 and out here for the Cardinals.
Totally unable to move the ball. That unsuccessful run play on 2nd down just totally takes you out of a running position. You have to drop back and throw, and when your main guy to throw the ball to is getting double teamed, nobody else can get open. It's rough.
Swartz this time does punt, but it's high and short and shanks out of bounds here to the near side. Goes out of bounds at the 41-yard line of Martinsburg. 7:54 to go here in the first. The Bulldogs get the ball back, leading at 7-0 against the Cardinals. Just a disastrous start here for Spring Mills.
Pretty rough. Like the offensive line has been getting bullied, not giving Swartz much time to throw. Pressure coming at him. Now we've got a stoppage here from the officials. Hard to tell here what they're sorting out, unless they're just trying to...
From what it appears, there's a lot of chippiness, a lot of trash talk going on down below.
That's what I was kind of feeling out,
Our
too.
head referee, Kevin Hardy, is nipping that in the butt right away.
Yep.
It's a 1st and 10 for Martinsburg at the 41. Todd in an orbit motion, but instead it's a handoff from Dick to the running back trying to go up the middle. And that's only going to be 1 yard on the play. So this defensive line for Spring Mills is going to be a tough one here tonight for Kingston McDonald Gibson to get through, as he's now going to swap out with Kevin Myers.
I think McDonald Gibson's going to have to get better at finding a hole when the first one doesn't open up. A lot of these times for McDonald Gibson, his first place he wants to go has been open, and that's what has let him just put the foot on the gas and get these 20-yard gains.
2 receivers to each side. Dick takes the snap, looking for a quick slant. The throw's low around the 45-yard line of Spring Mills and incomplete, intended for Christian Irving. That makes it 3rd and 9.
A little low on the slant route, the throw from Brian Dick. Irving had to slide and try to get it. It just looked like it hit the ground in the process.
3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side now for Dick in shotgun formation with Myers to his left. They tried to go with the hard count. There was slight motion up front, but nobody drawn offside. 10 seconds left here on the play clock. 3rd down and 9 at the 42 for Martinsburg. Dick takes the snap, dropping back the pass, rolling out to his right, still looking downfield, and he's going to take off, trying to get past Sanders, tiptoeing down the far sideline, and it looks like he just gets the first down before being forced out of bounds. He needed the 49. He got to the 48. Moved the chains. First down, Martinsburg.
Great speed from Brian Dick. He had guys chasing him down, but they couldn't catch him. Good coverage down the field from Spring Mills, but no pressure up front to be able to force Brian Dick off of his spot in a way that doesn't let him pick up the first down with his legs.
3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Dick handing it off to Myers. Myers slips through the hole, now trying to bounce it to the outside, shifting through traffic and across the 35 and finally brought down. And it's another Martinsburg first down as we have some extracurriculars as guys trying to get up off the turf and not getting kindest help up from one another.
Cannot afford stupid penalties.
I don't think I saw any flags.
Nope, not on that play. Put it at the 34, making it a 14-yard gain. Just a nice little trap play from Martinsburg, pulling the right guard on the handoff.
So now they flip the formation around. It's Todd, the lone receiver, to the near side. You got Ricketts, Irving, and Villa, the receivers on the far side. McDonald Gibson back in at running back to the left side of Dick, who gets the snap. And it's a read option quarterback keeper, and he goes up the middle and will be tripped up on the play. I believe that was King just getting the cleats of Dick, who is able to fall forward to the 30-yard line on the carry. That'll make it 2nd down and 6 after the 4-yard gain.
I'll usually see the quarterback take off up the middle after pulling it on an option play, but whether that was designed or not, I don't think. You don't see it very often that it is, but it is possible.
5.5 minutes remaining here in the first. It's Martinsburg 7 and Spring Mills nothing. 2 receivers to each side of the formation now. As it's a handoff to McDonald Gibson, who just gets past King, slips through another tackle, trying to get through another, and on the near side, he's gone! Touchdown, Martinsburg! Not 1, not 2, 3 guys KMG slips away from. And with 5:13 to go here in quarter number 1, it's Martinsburg 13, Spring Mills nothing.
Spring Mills had been running a 3-3-5, 3 down defensive linemen, 3 linebackers on top of it. That time they go to more of a 4-down look, 2 linebackers over the top, and it makes it harder to hold that edge when that extra guy coming down immediately is right there. And if he misses, you get a play like that, especially if you break a tackle.
Page's extra point, up and good. 14-0's our score now. We'll step aside, take a 1-minute break, then be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
What are you looking for? How about some craft beer? Or maybe you want some New York-style pizza. Maybe some time with your family. Or maybe you want to have game night with all your friends out on the patio. Yeah, we got that.
Are you looking for a lager? Maybe a stout or IPA. We've got that.
Our dough is made fresh every day. Our sauce is made daily. And our mozzarella is absolutely amazing. Our neighborhood is growing, and it deserves a place where you can have great food, great beer, and a great ambiance. And that place is right here.
Andy's Pizza and Inferno Brewery. Andy'sPizza.com.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Here on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. 5:13 to go here in quarter number 1, and Martinsburg ready to kick off again, now up 14-0 here in our state championship rematch against Spring Mills. And Page is going to send this one right in front of the end zone. It's caught at the 1 by Curry, and he's going right up the middle with the return, and now trying to bounce it back to the near side, but hit from behind and down at the 27-yard line. Let's get a scoring drive summary now, brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, Trusted Leadership, Real Solutions.
6 plays, 58 yards goes Martinsburg this time. It's a 30-yard touchdown run by Kingston McDonald-Gibson.
So 1st and 10 looks like for Spring Mills, 3 receivers near side. Or, 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side is Schwartz. Looks to the near side, now pump fakes, and he's going to take off himself up the middle and follow his blocks. Stumbles his way forward as being hit around the 35 and brought down at the 36-yard line, making it 2nd and short.
It's an interesting design to that play. I think it was a read option or an RPO, run pass option, where Schwartz can throw a screen or it's a QB draw.
2nd down. Hand off to Sanders on the outside zone, and now at the near side. And he's going to be tackled for a loss. Excuse me, that wasn't Sanders. That was Tavon Jones on the carry.
They'll give him 2 yards in the first down.
Effort, yep, they say 1st down Spring Mills. So they got it to the 39, so a gain of 1. 2 receivers to each side here for the 1st and 10 as Jones to the left side of Schwartz. Send a whip in motion, it's a jet sweep, and that's going to get blown up on that far side as Ricketts went with the blitz and got him in the backfield for a loss on the play.
I think Martinsburg had just done some good film study this week because they seem to see that one coming.
Loss of 3, ball now at the 36, making it 2nd and 13. 3 receivers on the far side, 1 to the near side. Again, they're double teaming Xavier Anderson here on the near side. It's a play action, quick slant, and it's incomplete behind the intended receiver, Zane Whip. And that brings up 3rd down. First quarter brought to you by W. Harley Miller Systems, providing custom integration services like home and office automation, home theater, networking, audio, video distribution, and more. Call them at 304-350-1931 or visit WHMsystems.com. First quarter also brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Visit them online at FordHagerstown.com. Ball snap, dropping back to pass to Schwartz, stepping up in the pocket, looking downfield. Throws it on the far side. It might have been tipped by a receiver, and it goes into the hands of Hope Boquay on the far sideline as he steps out of bounds, though, about 2 yards short of the 1st down marker. So it's 4th and short, and the offense, it appears, staying out there.
It's a really good throw from Schwartz. He's on the run, stepping up, able to get that one off.
Ball now at the 47-yard line of the Cardinals.
Thrown to his left as well.
3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side here for Schwartz. They try to go with the hard count and motion on both sides, and it looks like they're going to call the false start, as it looks like Tavon Jones, the guilty party at running back. So that backs them up 5 yards, and because of the penalty, here comes the punt unit.
We've talked about it plenty of times. It's not just number of penalties you commit, it's when you commit them. In critical situations like that, you got to be disciplined.
Schwartz back to punt. It's a low snap, and it's almost blocked. He shanked it again. It's going to take a roll inside the 45 and keep going. And it's down at the 39-yard line. It's so tough when you have a quarterback going back to punt. That makes it even tougher when he's not back the traditional 15 yards.
I think against Martinsburg you have to.
You have to.
The pooch punt, I just don't think it's an option. Especially if you're not going to add more protection up front, the Bulldogs are going to get through.
And that was nearly blocked. He was just able to get it away while kind of being clipped at the same time. No flag on it. It's 1st and 10 Martinsburg at its 39, and it's a run play, and this time it's completely blown up as it's Xavier Anderson off the edge, bringing down Myers for a loss on the play, making it 2nd down.
Anderson just got a great jump off the right side of the defensive line. Play was running to the left, and that means that Anderson's the backside defensive end. His athleticism is crazy to be able to get over to that play before they get past the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 12 now at the 37. Todd in motion. I'd say kind of weird screen pass to him, and that is blown up as well. Is coming off the block was Hope Boquay, and he's able to bring him down in the backfield at the 31-yard line. So a loss of 6 that time.
2 negative plays in a row for the Martinsburg offense. I don't know how many times we've seen that at all this year.
That was a weird motion. I don't think we've seen that from Todd. He was coming in as if it was a jet sweep, but then immediately stuttered, stepped, and went back outside as if it was a bubble screen. They send him in motion now like a jet sweep, but instead it's a screen pass on the near side, caught by Villa, and Villa gets decleated as lowering in and taking him off his feet was Bradley Butts at the 36-yard line, and that makes it 4th down. Inside 2 minutes here in the first, it's Martinsburg 14, Spring Mills nothing. The offense somewhat staying out there, but it looks like going more into a pooch punt formation for the Bulldogs is Brian Dick, also the punter. We'll see if he has any trouble, kind of like what we've seen from Ryland Schwartz so far. He's able to get that one away, but it's a low line drive, and that bounces out of bounds on the far side of the field at the, it appears, 43.5-yard line. So not the best punts either side has had here this evening.
No, and that's a great stop for the Spring Mills defense. They've had less success than last year. They're not shutting out 3/4 of their opponents like last year, but they've come pretty close to doing that overall.
1:29 left here in quarter number 1. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Sanders back in at running back. It's a handoff to him, and he's pushing his way up the middle, now getting some help from a few linemen. Will be stopped at the 49-yard line. So a 5-yard carry, and now a late flag comes in. As you saw Terrell Cofield get pushed back and kind of fell backwards and rolled. There might have been a little bit of theatrics there to it to sell the call.
Might be.
Yeah, it's a personal foul against Spring Mills.
Spring Mills feels a little amped up out there. I think a lot of these players that were on the team last year, I'm going to guess, are pretty fired up to be playing Martinsburg again. Feel like they had 2 chances where they nearly beat them. So probably feeling very motivated. A little emotion running high tonight.
15-yard penalty. Has the ball now at the 34. So it's 2nd and very long.
Something like that might just kill the drive after a great stop.
It's a quick slant, caught, and immediately tackles the receiver Xavier Anderson at the 40-yard line. That makes it 3rd and about 15 or 16.
Well, that time they line up Xavier Anderson in the slot. They've been using him outside a lot, and I think that's a good move. It makes it easier for him in the middle of the field to get open, easier throws for Schwartz to make to him.
3rd and 14 to be exact. Ball at the 40 of Spring Mills. Schwartz dropping back the pass, now stepping up in the pocket as it collapses in on him, still on his feet on the far side, being chased from behind by Urias, and he goes across on the far sideline from the 45 and brought down around the 47-yard line, and that brings up 4th down with 16 seconds remaining here in the first and the clock rolling. We'll see if we get one more play or not, and it looks like it will be the latter of those two options as the clock hits 0 here after 1. It is Martinsburg 14 and Spring Mills nothing. Let's step aside, take a 1-minute break, and then we'll be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
This is Cody with Cody's Auto Body. The stories are on the way. Reliving glory days, the injury that prevented stardom, or the inevitable, I even could have made that play. With football season comes a lot of delusion of greatness. Well, no one believes you would have made it in the big leagues. Let's at least make them think you're a good driver. Bring that vehicle to me and I will make it the pride of the parking lot at every game. I'm Cody with Cody's Auto Body, the MVP of your season. That's Cody's with a T for trust.
The thing I'm most passionate about with my clients is that 95% of them that come to me, they've never been in trouble in their lives. They've got careers, promising futures, things that matter.
So thankfully, after it was all said and done, I had no DUI and I had no more stress facing me or my family.
When you're on the fence whether to hire a DUI attorney, I always say that you really cannot afford not to. My name is Harley Wagner. My law practice has been exclusively focused on driving under the influence cases throughout the state of West Virginia.
We welcome you back here on Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. It is a 4th down situation for Spring Mills offense yet again. 7 yards to go at its 47. Schwartz back to pooch punt again. This time he's able to get it off cleanly. It's a high spiraling punt that bounces at the 25 and takes a big roll inside the 10. And will finally stop. It looks like at the 7-yard line.
Wow.
Good. That's what happens when you give them protection.
Yeah. Got a great roll. It's a solid punt off the foot. Now you actually put Martinsburg in a tough situation where if they want to score a touchdown on this drive, they got to go over 90 yards. Bulldogs offense jogging its way from the near sideline out onto the field with this 14-0 lead against Spring Mills in this state championship rematch as we begin quarter number 2. If Spring Mills can get another 3 and out like they did on the last drive, their field position on their next drive could be great.
3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Dick takes the snap, dropping back the pass, now running up the middle. And will be hit from behind by Boquay and company. To the 20-yard line goes Dick. And that's a first down, Martinsburg, as Sanders also there.
Looks like the middle of the field just totally opened up that time with the downfield routes from Martinsburg. And I think zone coverage from Spring Mills. Although you would think with zone coverage there'd be somebody in the middle there.
Got a quick score update for you from Jefferson County. It's the Cougars currently leading Musselman 14-7 with a minute remaining in the first quarter. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Dick, read option, he keeps it, goes to the far side, now trying to bounce right back up the middle, lowers his shoulder across the 30, will be brought down at the 33-yard line, enough for another Martinsburg first down.
2 straight 13-yard gains for Brian Dick. Straight up classic read option that time, and Martinsburg has ran it so many times with the running back. Those power formations, gap scheme, pulling the guards. This time they do it, and the edge setter for Spring Mills crashes down. Dick pulls it.
It's a first down. Dick handing it off. No, it's a keeper, and it's an option toss. As Todd was in motion from the slot from right to left, and he goes up the far sideline, and we'll get it to the 39-yard line. Got another score update for you here. Hedgesville leading Parkview 6-0 with 10 minutes left in quarter number 2. Again, stay tuned at the half as Kyler High will have some scores from around the state for you with the halftime scoreboard chip. 2nd and 4 here from the 39 now for Martinsburg.
Martinsburg ran a triple option that time. The pitch option being Boston Todd. It's been great progress down the field.
3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side for Dick. Gets the snap. Hands it off to Kingston McDonald Gibson, who breaks off 1 tackle now on the far side at the 50. Hit by the shoulder pads and somehow sheds off it at the 40, and then on the far side gets it across the 35 and 33 of Spring Mills. That almost looked like it was going to be a 4 short horse collar penalty, but quickly let go and no flag.
I think it was a grab around the shoulder more so, but another big-time run for McDonald Gibson.
He's been able to break through multiple tackles tonight. He's going to get a breather here on this play, as it's a quarterback power up the middle, and Dick going to get tackled by Meza at the 30-yard line. And now flags flying after the play. 10:21 to go here in the second quarter. It's Martinsburg 14, Spring Mills 0. We're waiting to see what this penalty is. So far, we haven't had many, which is very surprising in a Martinsburg game.
Another personal foul in Spring Mills.
Second one tonight against the Cardinals, and that's going to move the chains and also put the Bulldogs offense in the red zone.
I don't know if we've had this before so far this year, Colin. A first quarter with no penalties from Martinsburg.
1st and 10 at the 15. Three receivers to the right, one to the left. Dick has Kevin Myers as his running back to his left side. Dick standing in shotgun formation at the 20, gets the snap. We'll run it up the middle, going to the left side, now bouncing off a tackle and falling forward inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line, making it second down.
Now that Martinsburg's spreading it out more, I think Spring Mills is on their toes a little bit. They have to account for some of the passing game outside, the running back taking carries, Brian Dick taking off with his legs. Martinsburg's dominating on the ground right now.
Todd in motion again. It's a toss to him from left to right. It's going east-west, now cutting upfield from the 10 on the near sideline and forced out of bounds inside the 5. It looks like they're going to give him the 3-yard line to gain a 6. That's enough for a first down, making it 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
I'm sure Boston Todd or somebody his age would love to know that all of his carries have gone for either 6 or 7 yards so far.
Oh boy. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Cofield now in pistol formation. Snap back, handoff to Cofield. He goes up the middle, leaning forward, getting a push in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown Martinsburg. 9:13 remaining in the second quarter. It's now 20-0 Bulldogs.
Terrell Cofield on the season has now 17 carries and 8 touchdowns. So every other time he gets the ball, he gets into the end zone.
Snap back, hold down, kick by Page is up and good. 21-0 Martinsburg leading Spring Mills here in quarter number 2. Step aside, take a 1-minute break, then be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
A Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Endless pools, swim spas up to $8,000 off MSRP. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations. Hot tubs, hot tubs, hot tubs. The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Truckloads of hot tubs from major brands like Hot Spring Hot Tubs. All discounted. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Easy financing, save thousands. Swim year-round with endless pool swim spas up to $8,000 off MSRP. Saunas as low as $79 a month. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations. SpaExpoTristate.com. The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Endless pool swim spas up to $8,000 off MSRP. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations.
We welcome you back here on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Cody Page on to kickoff, 21-0. Martinsburg now leads Spring Mills. And he sends a booming end-over-end kick that's going to be returned on the far sideline by Curry at the 10. And he goes right up, following his blockers across the 30 and chopped down at the 32-yard line to Spring Mills. Let's get a scoring drive summary now, brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, trusted leadership and real solutions.
Martinsburg had to go 93 yards on that drive to score the touchdown, and they did it in just 8 plays. It's a 3-yard touchdown run by Terrell Cofield for his 8th of the year.
And that makes it a 3-touchdown lead. 21-zip, Martinsburg leading Spring Mills here in this state championship rematch. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side here for this drive for the Cardinals. Schwartz giving his play call to his lineman before going back in the gun. Gets the snap. It's a handoff up the middle, and that's immediately blown up by the defensive line here of Martinsburg, who has looked solid here over the past few games. As that time it was Jones in on the carry, and he loses a yard to make it 2nd and 11.
There's really just nowhere to go. Blake Sanders has a 5-yard run, but other than that, no handoffs are really getting anywhere.
Looks like, again, Martinsburg going with 4 down linemen here tonight, kind of like what we saw against Morgantown. Bringing in Kane Whip at the extra man up front. Bring the pass rush here against Schwartz, who has to step up in the pocket as a receiver on the far side and bobbling it, but making the catch at the 39-yard line as his knee goes down while hauling it in, and that was Douglas Mayer. That makes it 3rd down.
Another nice throw on the run by Schwartz. He's just hanging in there barely long enough with the pressure coming for somebody to get open on a couple of these plays.
Just under 8 minutes remaining here in the half. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side here on this 3rd down for Spring Mills. Schwartz, play action pass, dropping back. Still going backwards, and now he's going to get swallowed up and sacked. Nobody open downfield, and eventually at the very end, he's brought down by Urias, Kovacs, and Whip behind the 30. They say he's down at the 28-yard line. A huge loss on that play.
That is him just holding on to the ball too long now at that point. You got to be able to get out of the pocket, throw it away at the feet of the nearest receiver, over the head of the nearest receiver or something.
Here comes the punt. Schwartz. And another high wobbly kick that's going to be fair caught at the 40-yard line by Boston Todd. 21-0. Martinsburg leads Spring Mills. 7:03 remaining here in quarter number 2. Second quarter brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons, as well as the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields & Sons, family-owned full-service funeral home, proudly serving the area since 1880. Martinsburg with the ball on its 40-yard line. 2 receivers to each side for Brian Dick, running back to his left. Dick gets the snap, dropping back to pass, and Xavier Anderson blowing that play up as it might have been a screen as everybody on the defensive line got through that time. And it was Anderson there first to bring down Dick for the sack. And it's a loss of 11 on the play, making it 2nd down and 21.
Anderson read that so well. And, yeah, I think just not getting on him immediately, maybe having to double team him on both sides of the field, he's going to make a couple splash plays like that and put Martinsburg in some long situations.
You can tell why he's going to Cincinnati as a defensive end next fall. Dick handing it off. This time it's McDonald Gibson up the middle, and he gets it right back to the 40. They're going to give him the 41-yard line, and that makes it 3rd and 9. As Bradley Butts on the tackle, and it looks like we have an injured Spring Mills Cardinal after the play. So while he's attended to, let's step aside and take a 30-second break, and then we'll be back with more West Virginia High School football and talk radio WRNR and TV 10.
Mack and Matsurif Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? lawpbm.com.
We welcome you back here on Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. The injured Spring Mills Cardinals, Zane Whipf, and he's being attended to right now. Timeouts are brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team of Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Looking for a home in the tri-state area, give them a call, 304-262-4222, or visit them online at modernrealtyresults.com. 6:05 remaining in this second quarter. Our score, Martinsburg 21, Spring Mills 0. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop. Our crew here tonight, on-site producers John Alderton, camera crew this evening, Rodney Watcher and Ethan Elliott, as well as Jillian Haynes and Vernon Dale Backel. Back at the studio is Kyler High. You'll hear from him at halftime with some scores from around the state here in Week 9 of the high school football season in the Mountain State. Whip still right now down, being attended to. Couldn't really tell what occurred there during that play.
That's a significant injury for them because Whiff is the leading receiver on the team coming into this game. Most catches.
Starting free safety as well.
Yeah, starting safety.
And kind of the way they do things, at least according to the two deeps that I was sent, his backups, Hope Boquay, who is your starting bandit, so if he has to move back to free safety, that means Blake Sanders will then go to bandit, and he's your starting will linebacker, which means Noah Reed will most likely go in at will linebacker, and that's only if what we give, or what we were given, from the two deep is 100% accurate, and that's the way they decide to go.
Yeah, losing one guy on defense can shift things around. We're seeing that with the Ravens this year with their injuries, having to move Kyle Hamilton around. You might have to see something like that with the Cardinals here.
Here we go. 3rd and 9 at the 41 for Martinsburg. Low snap. Dick able to get it. Handing it off to McDonald Gibson, who goes right up the middle and right into Jacob Long. And he lays the boom a yard shy of the first down marker. And that makes it 4th and 1.
And you did see that time Spring Mills went with two deep safeties, and it was Javon Jones and Blake Sanders back there. And bold to run the ball on 3rd and 9, but that's Martinsburg.
And here we go, 4th and 1. The offense staying out there. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Dick in shotgun formation. They go with the hard count, and it gets it. Blake Sanders, one of the linebackers, were trying to jump the snap, and he's going to be called with the encroachment penalty, and that's going to move the chains. 1st down, Bulldogs.
You can tell he really wanted to jump that, like he was Troy Polamalu or someone. Time that snap exactly right, and that's when the hard count gets you.
The ball now on Spring Mill's side of the field. Here with this 1st and 10. At the 46-yard line of the Cardinals. The receivers near side, 1 to the far side. They send Todd in motion again. And they go back to that option, but Dick keeps it himself. Slips through 1 tackle, and now will be brought down inside the 40 at the 38-yard line, making it 2nd down and 2.
It seems like maybe the adjustment without Whip is not really running that 3-3-5, or changing it up a little bit. I'm seeing a lot more two deep safeties rather than the spur and bandit sort of look where it's a safety linebacker hybrid. They're throwing Jacob Long back there.
Yeah, your traditional spur.
That's usually a position to play closer to the line of scrimmage, and he's back as a free safety now.
Dick takes the snap, looking to the near side. His pass incomplete, intended for Boston Todd, and right there on the coverage was Douglas Mayer to break it up. Getting a piece of Todd to knock that one loose. And that brings up 3rd down.
Timed really well by Mayer. Ball hung in the air just long enough for him to get there, but he recognized that pretty quick.
If he was a second earlier, it probably would have been a pick 6. Here we go with this 3rd down and 3 4:08 remaining here in the second quarter. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Todd in motion from right to left and some motion up front while the ball was being snapped, and it's a false start penalty against Martinsburg.
That's their first penalty. So now I have to piece it together with Mayer out there. It looks like the change is essentially Mayer is now come onto the field in place of Javon Jones at corner, and now Jones has moved back to safety.
All right, there you go. Thank you, Dylan. Because of the penalty, it's now 3rd and 8 at the 44. Again, 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Myers in at running back. To the left side of Brian Dick. Dick bobbles the snap as he drops back the pass, now rolling out to the near side, and he's going to take off all by himself across the 40, trying to bounce it further to the outside of the numbers, and he's going to be brought down by Douglas Mayer at around the 39-yard line, so that's short of the first down. So 4th and short yet again, and it looks like the offense staying out there yet again here for the Bulldogs.
Man, I thought Brian Dick had way more room to run if he ran to the left, back towards the middle of the field.
They flip the formation around. Dick deciding to flip his running back to his right side as well. Another low snap. He picks it up off the turf and just runs up the middle, and he's very close to the first down marker. It looks like they're giving him about the nose of the football, being at the 35.
They'll give it to him.
And it's a first down, Martinsburg. That stops the clock with 3:24 to go here in this second quarter. It's 21-0 Martinsburg leading Spring Mills. Keep in mind, Martinsburg gets the ball as well to start the second half.
Yeah, I don't think the Bulldogs would mind this being the last possession of the half, but I bet they think they can score quick, get a quick stop, and score again.
Both teams still have all 3 of their timeouts. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right, being Boston Todd. Dick gets the snap from Togwell. Takes a 1-step drop, now chucking it deep for Todd in stride in the near side, and he somehow gets past Mayer and catches it at the 1-yard line. Boston Todd with another miraculous move. Yet again, it's 1st and goal, Bulldogs at the 1.
And it's really the first positive catch for Boston Todd so far. It's really just been jet sweeps, using him as a rusher. They tried to go to him for a loss of 6 on a screen earlier, and this is 34 yards down the field for his second catch.
Ricketts now in at quarterback under center. They're going to hand it off to Cofield in the fullback spot, and he goes in for 6. It's another Martinsburg touchdown, and with 2:50 to go here in quarter number 2, it's now 27-0 Bulldogs rolling over the Spring Mills Cardinals.
You've seen this phenomenon of people who play fantasy football getting upset about how the Seahawks will use Kenneth Walker down the whole field, and then Zach Charbonnet gets to score the touchdown. I feel like we'd have a similar situation if you had some Bulldog fantasy football going on here with Cofield.
Page's extra point kick up through the uprights and good. 28-0 now, Martinsburg leading Spring Mills. Let's step aside and take a 1-minute break, then be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10 back in 1 minute.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
Hi, I'm Hoppy Kercheval, a longtime radio host and Peak Advantage member. I'm excited to share the great news that you now have the option to join Peak Advantage Medicare plans, West Virginia's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, created for you by local trusted doctors partnering with WVU Medicine and Valley Health. Our plans include a $0 premium plan option including dental, vision, hearing, prescriptions, flex card, and more. If you'd like to become a member of Peak Advantage or have more questions, contact our local team today at 1-877-478-5545.
We welcome you back here on Talk Radio, WRNR TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. 28-0 Martinsburg leading Spring Mills. It's Cody Page on to kick off. sends another one deep to the far side. It is caught inside the 10. Off to the races. And return man brought down at the 25-yard line, and that Keelan Curry, the return man yet again for Spring Mills. Let's get a scoring drive summary now, brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, trusted leadership and real solutions.
9 plays to go 60 yards, and it's a 1-yard touchdown run by Terrell Cofield, now putting him at exactly 50% of his carries this year having been touchdowns. 9 rushing touchdowns on 18 carries.
Here we go. Spring Mills, and with a different look here, trying to see who that new quarterback is. They go with 2 running backs in the backfield as well, kind of with that wildcat look. And it's going to be
Keelan Curry.
Keelan Curry, who's going to be tackled for a loss. 5-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down and 15 as he's brought down at the 20.
Curry is the only other member of the Spring Mills roster to throw a pass this year other than Prairie, who's thrown 2. He's thrown 3. Asher Prairie, 10th grader quarterback. And Curry's 3 for 3, 59 yards and a touchdown throwing the ball so far.
Looks like Spring Mills is going to have to burn a timeout as they wanted to go with a late substitution and didn't want to have a delay of game. So with 2:02 remaining here in the second quarter, let's step aside and take a 30-second break because of the timeout. Martinsburg 28, Spring Mills nothing is your score. And this is West Virginia High School football and talk radio WRNR and TV10 back in 30 seconds.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures, including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
We're back here at Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium. Timeouts brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team of Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Looking for home in the Tri-State? Give them a call, 304-262-4222, or visit them online at modernrealtyresults.com. Keelan Curry still in at quarterback. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Curry gets the snap, dropping back the pass, throwing it on the far side, and throws it too high of the intended receiver. It goes incomplete. That brings up 3rd and 15. I believe that was Javon Jones, the intended receiver that time.
Guess we'll have to look around the sideline of Spring Mills here to see if Rylan Swartz seems okay, if this is just a strategic substitution, or if it's out of necessity for Swartz's health.
You got Curry with Sanders to his right. He gets a snap, dropping back the pass again, throwing it to the far side and behind Jones again, and that brings up 4th down. And here comes Swartz, ready to punt at least, so I think it was just to see if Curry could light up this offense and give them a spark. But it's a 3-and-out instead, and they lost 5 on the drive.
Swartz does kind of seem like he's not moving around at full speed. I wouldn't call it a limp or anything.
Well, we know he was hit during that one punt, as this punt is away. It's a high one that's going to be fair caught at the 49-yard line of Martinsburg. And that stops the clock with 1:50 remaining here in the second quarter. I believe that was Urian George back to return that time, making the fair catch.
This is exactly what Martinsburg was hoping for. Spring Mills' drive only uses about a minute, if that, off the clock.
You still got all 3 timeouts.
Yep, and you're at midfield.
3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Dick takes the snap, pump faking, looking deep, sends it deep, has Ricketts in stride, and he makes the catch. It will be brought down at the 15-yard line. First down, Bulldogs. It's Hope Belquay finally able to bring him down. And that stops the clock at 1:43 as they wait to spot the ball, and then it'll start rolling.
They want to move fast, too. It was a fake screen with vertical routes down the field from Martinsburg.
Two receivers to their left, one to the right. Dick gets the snap and whistles blow as the ball was being snapped. Waiting to see what the far side official said. Well, it looks like it was an issue with Ty Ricketts' equipment, so he's going to have to come out, and Mason Wally's going to come in. 1:37 remaining here in the half. It's 1st and 10, Bulldogs. Knocking on the door once again, already leading 28-0 here against Spring Mills.
Zion Reeves out for this play. He at right tackle, it's Ryder Wolf that came in. 6'2", 263 sophomore.
Dick gets the snap, hands it off to Myers. Myers wanted to go up the middle, instead bounces it to left and then goes right back up the gut and is brought down at the 10-yard line. So 4-yard gain, making it 2nd down and 6. The clock continuing to tick away.
And I think you take your time here as Martinsburg, even though Spring Mills didn't look great on that last offensive possession. You want this to be the last one of the half.
3 receivers to the left, one to the right. Dick, that's the snap. It's a quarterback keeper running it here to the near side and gets it inside the 5, but that's going to be brought back as there were multiple holding penalties against Martinsburg that play.
It'll be their first. They almost went an entire half without a holding penalty, Colin. They were less than a minute away.
Better luck next time.
And to be fair, I do think it was the backup right tackle, Wolf, having to grab a hold of a Division I defensive end.
So the penalty backs him up outside the red zone now at the 21-yard line. 40 seconds remaining and the clock rolling. And now we stop here. It's another issue with somebody for the Bulldogs, it appears. It's Ty Ricketts coming back in, and it's Boston Todd having to jog off. I don't know if maybe it's not having your mouthpiece in time or something. I don't know what they're being sticklers about. I'd like to maybe hear that answer somewhere down the road here tonight. .20 seconds left. Ball snap. Dick wanted to take a deep shot, now extending the play out. And he's going to take off at the 20, 15, 10 on the outside. Tiptoeing down the far sideline, and he's going to be brought down at the 5. And we have multiple flags on the play. So you have an injured Spring Mill Cardinal down as well.
And the injury and the penalty are related. This is a very clear illegal blindside block.
I thought so as well. I saw it during the play. And then I don't know what the penalty is going to be at the end of the play over on the far side, but we're going to step aside here with 7 seconds left in the second quarter. Let's make it a 1-minute timeout for the injury, and then we'll be back for the conclusion of the second half here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 back in 1 minute.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We welcome you back here as the injured Spring Mill Cardinal off after that play. Abel Meza, the starting nose tackle, is up on his feet now. limping his way off to the far sideline. Still have not seen what the penalties were, unless we just missed them saying what both were, as you had the one for that block at the line of scrimmage, and then there was one over where Dick was pushed out of bounds at the end of the play. It looks like the first one was, or the second one, excuse me, at the end of the play got declined, and the block was accepted, so the ball now spotted at the 36-yard line. 7 seconds remaining here in this second quarter. It's Martinsburg 28, Spring Mills nothing, and Martinsburg going to use a timeout to figure out what they want to do here in these final few seconds of quarter number 2. You're tuned into WRNR Martinsburg and TV 10. Stay tuned at the half for our halftime show. We'll get you the unofficial first half stats. We'll also send it to Kyler High with a halftime scoreboard show. We'll see how things go the rest of the way here between Martinsburg and Spring Mills, which has been so far a lopsided affair in this state championship rematch.
Yeah, Spring Mills, really the best they can say they've done is they got Martinsburg to punt once. And that's really it. They've had no traction on offense. Some personal foul penalties giving Martinsburg free yards. And the Bulldog offense has moved the ball really efficiently.
So you got 7 seconds left here in the second quarter. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Dick in shotgun formation. Myers to his left. Dick gets the snap, dropping back the pass, now rolling to his right, and he's going to just have to throw that one away as he was being chased down on the play by Devin King coming off the edge. Now there's 3 seconds left.
That penalty doesn't let you kick a really a comfortable field goal, but they are going to try a field goal.
They're going to try a field goal. Cody Page going out, and this will be a 54-yard field goal attempt. Last week when I was talking with Coach Ray of Washington, they said they tried a 55-yarder, and I laughed. We'll see how this one is from Page. 54 yards, and it's nowhere close. It lands in the end zone, no good, and that is how our second quarter comes to an end. Martinsburg, 28. Spring Mills, 0. I was just thinking of Washington since I just said that, but it is Spring Mills here tonight, trailing the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Let's step aside and take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that 2-minute break, we'll be back with our halftime show. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 2 minutes.
Powered Beck and Metsurif Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? LawPBM.com.
This is Cody with Cody's Auto Body. The stories are on the way. Reliving glory days, the injury that prevented stardom, or the inevitable, I even could have made that play. With football season comes a lot of delusion of greatness. Well, no one believes you would have made it in the big leagues. Let's at least make them think you're a good driver. Bring that vehicle to me and I will make it the pride of the parking lot at every game. I'm Cody with Cody's Auto Body, the MVP of your season. That's Cody's with a T for trust.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Welcome back here on Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. A very quick moving first half for you here in this state championship rematch. It is Martinsburg leading Spring Mills 28-0 at the half. Our halftime show is brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. For those tuned in on TV 10 or a YouTube stream, you can see in the background right now it's homecoming tonight, so the homecoming court coming out. So we'll kind of have that going on in the background as we break things down here at the half. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop. John Alderton's our on-site producer. Camera crew tonight, Rodney Watcher, Ethan Elliott, Vernon Dale Backel, and Jillian Haynes. And back at the studio is Kyler High. You'll hear from him here in a few minutes as well with some scores from around the state. Dylan, are you ready to get into our first half stats?
I am.
Let's do it. First half stats then brought to you by Hagerstown Ford. They are revolutionizing the car buying experience. You can buy your next vehicle online, and they'll come and deliver it to you. If you don't like it, they'll even come and take it back. You can visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com.
Spring Mills has -4 rushing yards at the half. Oof. Blake Sanders, 3 carries for 1 yard. Tavon Jones, 2 carries for 1 yard. Rylan Swartz, 4 carries for 2 yards. Zane Whip, 1 carry, -3 yards. Keelan Curry, 1 carry, -5 yards. Swartz is 3 for 7 passing with 25 passing yards. Nobody has more than 1 catch for Spring Mills. Leading receiver is Hope Boquay with 11 yards. Keelan Curry went 0 for 2 passing. As you can see, Spring Mills has had just no offense tonight. Martinsburg, on the other hand, doing pretty well for themselves. Brian Dick only 4 for 7 compared to Rylan Swartz's 3 for 7, but it's gone for 70 yards. A lot of that on just the last 2 completions he had. Completions of 34 and 37 yards. Brian Dick has 11 carries for 61 yards on the ground. Kevin Myers, 3 carries, 16 yards. Kingston McDonald Gibson, 6 carries, 80 yards, and a rushing touchdown. Terrell Cofield has carried the ball twice, both for TDs, totaling 4 yards. And Boston Todd has run the ball 4 times for 25 yards and a touchdown. Has caught the ball 2 times for 28 yards.
Anything else?
That's really it. Penalties have been pretty low. Spring Mills has 4, totaling 40 yards, and Martinsburg has 3 that would total, 15 yards on that last one, 30 yards, so total.
All right, that's your first half stats. We got nothing else unless you got some first half thoughts, Dylan, that you want to also add here.
Dominant performance from Martinsburg against Spring Mills' offense in particular. Like I said, they have 20 total yards. It's been nothing doing for Spring Mills, and it starts up front. Martinsburg has been able to dominate the offensive line of the Cardinals. We'll see if maybe Spring Mills gets Swartz or Curry involved in the run game. Maybe that's why they went to Curry, because I was thinking, why not run the ball with Swartz a little bit, get him involved in the run game. Maybe that's just not what they think his game is, and that's why they went to Curry. We'll see what happens in the second half.
So with it being homecoming, we're going to do our best here to keep things here before sending it back to the studio for the halftime scoreboard show with Kyler High as they are down to the final two of the homecoming court being announced. Then we'll let you know who the homecoming king and queen is. But again, score 28-0. Martinsburg leading Spring Mills.
They said earlier on the loudspeaker they were doing this a little different this year, that the underclassmen on the homecoming court came out on the field in pregame, and that these are the seniors.
All right, there you go. So we'll see. And again, to make a quick note here, Martinsburg gets the ball to start the second half as well. It looks like last year's homecoming queen getting ready to crown this year's homecoming queen for Martinsburg. So once we hear who it is, we'll let you know. And crowning the homecoming king will be new principal for Martinsburg High School, Miranda Lynch.
The 2025 homecoming queen and king are Leah DeMarco and Drew Earhart.
So it sounds like, I believe, Leah DeMarco and Drew Earhart are your homecoming queen and king for this year. So congratulations to them. We can now step aside and take a 2-minute break. And on the other side of that 2-minute break, we will hear from Kyler High. He'll have some scores for you from around the state here in week 9. Again, congratulations to this year's homecoming king and queen for Martinsburg High School. Our score 28-0. Martinsburg leading Spring Mills at the half. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Take Rock's Chicken everywhere. A perfect mix of white and dark meat for any occasion. Rock's 12-piece chicken, $12. Rock's local market. Take Rock's Chicken everywhere. It's perfect for any occasion. Rock's 12-piece chicken, $12. Rock's local market.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Endless pools, swim spas up to $8,000 off MSRP. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations. Hot tubs, hot tubs, hot tubs. The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Truckloads of hot tubs from major brands like Hot Spring Hot Tubs. All discounted. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Easy financing. Save thousands. Swim year-round with endless pool swim spas. Up to $8,000 off MSRP. Saunas as low as $79 a month. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges. Up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations. SpaExpoTristate.com. The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Endless pool swim spas. Up to $8,000 off MSRP. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges. Up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations.
Welcome into the halftime show brought to you by Dignity Memorial, Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery. Attention to detail like no other. Visit dignitymemorial.com. Currently, there's a bunch of EPAC games going on currently around the state of West Virginia. You have 2 EPAC teams facing each other just like you're watching right now. And you have number 9 Jefferson playing number 11 Musselman. That game is currently at halftime. That game is 22-14 with Jefferson with the lead right now. You have Washington. They are playing AAA Hampshire, as Hampshire is currently winning 21-0. Another game that you have for the EPAC, and the only other game that you have for EPAC, is Hedgesville playing Parkview and out of Virginia. They are currently leading 6-0 as of right now. That game is going to near halftime. The Musselman-Jefferson game is at halftime, and I believe Washington-Hampshire is close to halftime as well. Other games that you have in the state of West Virginia, you have Sevier County, I believe, out of Tennessee, playing the number 1 team in West Virginia, Huntington. That game is currently 28-13 as Huntington is losing in that game. Another game that you have is number 4 Wheeling Park in West Virginia playing another out-of-state team. Don't be mad at me if I get this wrong. I believe it's Steubenville out of Ohio. That game is currently 14-7. Correction, it is 21-7. Steubenville is currently beating Wheeling Park. That game is almost at halftime as well. Some other games in the 4A conference for you. You've got University. A lot of 4A versus 3A teams tonight. You have University, the number 5 team, placing the number 16 team. Preston, that game is currently 28-6. Another game that you have is Lindsley versus Parkersburg South. That game is currently 17-7. George Washington versus Capital. Can't find a score on that one for you. With number 8, Woodrow Wilson versus Spring Valley. That game is tied at 7. Spring Valley being a AAA team. Number 10, Parkersburg, 28 versus Ripley. That game is 28-7. Number 12, Oak Hill, 7-0 against South Charleston, another AAA team. Buchanan Upshur, they're playing AA team Lincoln. That game is 28-19, so it's a very close game in that battle. No college games for you tonight that are big and on the upside of TV. There's a couple of them, but none that are too big to worth report for tonight. So far, those are the only game updates that I have for you. Unsure if I said it, but Fairview Park versus Cabell Midland. That game is 35-21. Fairview Park being out of Ohio, they are 7-2. Those are the only games that I could give for you right now. Like I said, no score on George Washington. Your EPAC scores have not changed for them being at halftime. And your current score for your game that you're watching right now, it's still 28-0 at halftime. And I'm not sure who's going to get the ball at half, but it's coming nice state title rematch, so that'll be interesting to see. Stick around, and I'll have some more post-game scores for you at the end of this game. I've been Kyler High, Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
What are you looking for? How about some craft beer? Or maybe you want some New York-style pizza. Maybe some time with your family. Or maybe you want to have game night with all your friends out on the patio. Yeah, we got that.
Are you looking for a lager? Maybe a stout or IPA. We've got that.
Our dough is made fresh every day. Our sauce is made daily. And our mozzarella is absolutely amazing. Our neighborhood is growing, and it deserves a place where you can have great food, great beer, and a great ambiance. And that place is right here.
Andy's Pizza and Inferno Brewery. Andy'sPizza.com.
Hi, I'm Hoppy Kercheval, a longtime radio host and Peak Advantage member. I'm excited to share the great news that you now have the option to join Peak Advantage Medicare plans, West Virginia's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, created for you by local trusted doctors partnering with WVU Medicine and Valley Health. Our plans include a $0 premium plan option, including dental, vision, hearing, prescriptions, flex card, and more. If you'd like to become a member of Peak Advantage or have more questions, contact our local team today at 1-877-478-5545.
The thing I'm most passionate about with my clients is that 95% of them that come to me, they've never been in trouble in their lives. They've got careers, promising futures, things that matter.
So thankfully, after it was all said and done, I had no DUI and I had no more stress facing me or my family.
When you're on the fence whether to hire a DUI attorney, I always say that you really cannot afford not to. My name is Harley Wagner. My law practice has been exclusively focused on driving under the influence cases throughout the state of West Virginia.
Hello, Jonathan Bodwell, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, your local Medicare insurance agency. We are celebrating our 20th anniversary this year. The Medicare annual enrollment period is here. Medicare plans have changed drastically this year. We are here to help you with a no-charge review of your coverage. Don't get taken advantage of by a call center. Call us at 304-283-0864. Stay local with Bodwell Insurance Solutions.
Greetings and welcome from the Alumni Association. We're the Coopers, and we want to send you blessings from the directors and the administrators. We're here today to give you some information and some updates, and we're located at the Martinsburg High School hallway right in front of the Martinsburg Alumni Association wall. So right now, I want to give you a little bit of background and information, but we've got something special for you coming in just a few moments.
In 1910, Martinsburg High School Alumni Association held its first meeting. So as you can see, it's been going on for quite some time. Right now we have over 15,000 members of the Alumni Association. Those include those that graduated from Martinsburg High School. Just think, if you sent in your $10 dues, if everyone did, times 15,000, that would be $150,000. Now we know that's not a possibility, but for those of you that would be willing to, we'd really appreciate $10 or more, and just send it to Martinsburg High School Alumni Association, care of the treasurer, that's still Dale Hicks, to Post Office Box 3007, Martinsburg, West Virginia, 25402. So we'd appreciate anything that you could give us, and we're working on the website, so that's under construction right now.
We're fortunate this afternoon to have 3 past recipients who will be explaining to you and talking to you about what and how it happened for them and how it helped their education.
Hi, my name is Kira Rhodes, and I graduated from Martinsburg last year. I'm so incredibly grateful for the Martinsburg Alumni Association. They've not only created financial burden for students in this high school, but they've also created a community of support that I haven't gotten from anybody else. This association is helping to build up the next workforce in Martinsburg, and I'll forever be grateful for that.
Hi guys, I'm a recent graduate from Martinsburg High School. My name's Carson Buber. The Alumni Scholarship has helped me immensely this past year at my college of choice, Potomac State. As an academic student and an athletic student, I had a lot on my plate, and so this scholarship helped ease my financial burdens. I had no time to work, and I just got to focus on my academics and athletics, and I'm very appreciative of the Alumni Association for giving me the scholarship.
Hello, my name is Eliana Mosby. I'm a recent graduate here at Martinsburg High School, and this scholarship has helped to ease a lot of my financial burden and help me to focus on my academics mainly, and to help me to go into the workforce and get back to my community with the career of choice that I'm choosing. Not only has it helped me, but it has helped a lot of other students and future students coming in, and so it'll be a great opportunity, and I'm very forever thankful for everything the Alumni Association has done for me.
So folks, we want to thank these 3 past recipients for coming in. We want to thank the administration for allowing us to do this film. And I want you to see that each one of them is holding an amount of money. What's missing is $10, which is your $10 due that we really could help us. Remember, your support and your help in this matter will let us see and realize from the Alumni Association what we really can do for the future. And it will help us. So what money, we will accept anything that you're willing to send, but again, we need this money. It goes strictly to the youngsters, for the recipients. We thank you so much. We know everything that you can help us with would be very appreciated. And so again, we want to thank the administration. We want to thank TV10 and Colin. We want to thank the 3 of our recipients. And most of all, we want to thank you now for what help you're going to give us. So in closing, we say thank you, help support us, and God bless.
3. We welcome you back here at Coburn Field and David M. Walker Stadium. About 4 minutes or so left on the halftime clock. Spring Mills already out on the field and finished its warm-ups. They're now walking their way over to the far sideline. Still waiting for Martinsburg to come out of the locker room here at the half. It is 28-0. Martinsburg leading Spring Mills here in tonight's state championship rematch of last year. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop. On-site producers John Alderton. Camera crew tonight, Vernon Dale Piquel, Jillian Haynes, Rodney Washer, Ethan Elliott. Back in the studio, who you just heard from, is Kyler High, our crew here tonight for Talk Radio, WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Hope you are enjoying the broadcast so far. Next week, here on Halloween night, Martinsburg has a bye week, which means we're not doing a Martinsburg game. I know, crazy. I heard you.
Football. gotta have it somewhere. You know?
We got you covered, though. Don't worry. We'll still have a game for you. We'll be at Washington as they host the Musselman Applemen. So looking forward to that as Martinsburg comes out onto the field now. Tomorrow, we have Shepherd football on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. It's the Rams' homecoming game against East Strasburg. Kickoff at noon. We'll go live at 11:30. Join us for that one with Matt Crawford on the call alongside Travis Smith.
Looking forward to that one.
Bulldogs coming out. They'll start stretching. We'll see if they add 3 minutes to the clock or not, but let's step aside and take another 2-minute break here at the half, and hopefully on the other side of that break we'll be ready for the second half kickoff. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments want to help keep our communities, including backyard flocks and farms, safe from H5N1, the avian flu. To stay up to date with current risk levels and CDC recommendations, as well as disease prevention information shared by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, be sure to check out the Community Resources section of the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department at bchealthdept.org. This ad has been made possible through a grant-funded partnership with the West Virginia Department of Health.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. We have been challenged to sell 20 new and used vehicles each and every day for the rest of the year. This means you save thousands. Hagerstown Ford is the largest Ford store on the I-81 corridor, ranked among the top dealerships in the country in sales volume and customer satisfaction. If you are even thinking about buying a new car, now is the time. Visit HagerstownFord.com and choose your new ride, and we will bring it to you. You will sign all the documents from your phone and skip that awful finance process that consumes your entire day in the dealership. Let's recap. Hagerstown Ford must sell 20 vehicles a day. You will sign all the documents from your phone on your time. We will bring your new ride to you, and you're done. It's that easy. If you don't like it, return it. Our return policy is better than Walmart, and our buying experience is better than Amazon. And you save thousands. Hagerstown Ford is the #1 Ford store from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C., from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland. Now, we want to be the #1 Ford store in the nation.
Hagerstown Ford, right off Interstate 81, across from the Valley Mall.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
We welcome you back to Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium. 28-0. Martinsburg leads Spring Mills as we get ready for the second half. Your second half kickoff is brought to you by the personal injury attorneys Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Visit them online at burkeandschultz.com. We play hardball. Martinsburg will receive the second half kickoff. Spring Mills gets ready to kick, and out to kick off, it's Landon Stanley teeing up the ball. waiting for him to have the ball given to him. He'll put it on his tee, and then Martinsburg going out to return, and they'll send back Kevin Myers and Mason Wally here this evening to return. Different than previous times. Usually it's Boston Todd back there. Kobe Walker as well. They're going with Myers and Wally to return this kick from Stanley. Stanley raises his right hand, steps forward, sends a low squib kick that's going to roll up to Wally, who picks it up at the 15, now on the near side, following his blockers. Gets it across the 30-yard line before being brought down. And that's where the Bulldogs offense will begin. It looks like they give him the 33. At least the far side official did. Now he's going to step a yard back as the near side gave him the 32. And he wins. So 32-yard line is where this drive will begin.
Don't see any changes on the Martinsburg side. You have Zion Reeves back at right tackle after he missed some plays on the last Martinsburg drive.
Good to see there. You got 3 receivers to far side, 1 to the near side. And Kingston McDonald Gibson at running back to the right side of Brian Dick, your quarterback. Tugwell snaps it back. It's low. He picks it up off the turf. And Dick going to keep it himself and run right into Xavier Anderson and Blake Sanders for a gain of 1 on the play.
Number 9, Blake Sanders.
Maybe 2. Let's say 2.
That's a strong start, even if it's just one play for the Spring Mills defense to be able to hold the Martinsburg rushing attack there. They didn't do that very often at all in the first half.
Second down and 8. Same formation. It's a handoff this time to McDonald Gibson up the middle, and Long is going to bring him down at the 40. That makes it 3rd down and short.
Able to break off 6 yards on that one.
Looks like they brought Jacob Long maybe back to being more of that traditional spur as he was up close to the D-line that time, and he is this time again here on this 3rd and short. 2 receivers to each side now.
Yep, more single high safety looks.
And some motion up front. And it's a false start called against Martinsburg. So it looks like Kovacs jumped early on that left side of the line, backing them up 5 yards. Ball now at the 35 here for this 3rd down. And what was a 3rd and short is now a 3rd and long. Still 2 receivers to each side for Dick. McDonald Gibson to his left. They send Todd in motion from right to left. It's a jet sweep for Boston Todd, who cuts upfield and will be rolled up and brought down across the 40-yard line. They give him forward progress to the 42. It's very close to a 1st down. We'll wait and see if they call a measurement or if they give it.
I think he's just a little short.
It looks like they're going to say the nose of the ball is about half a yard short of the 1st down.
The marker is at about the 42.5, and this is right on the 42.
So 4th and inches here. Martinsburg keeping the offense out there. Spring Mill stack in the box. Slight motion up front as they tried to go with the hard count, but nobody crossed.
Almost jumped.
10 seconds left on the play clock. It's getting called in now. Dick gets a snap. Runs it up the middle, has the 1st down, trying to stiff arm a man and going to be tackled as he's brought down at the 46.5-yard line. 1st down Martinsburg. It's Jones in on the tackle.
It's a good job to wrap him up to make sure he doesn't get any more than that. Good blocking, especially from McDonald Gibson. He was a key to that Boston Todd jet sweep just a couple plays ago.
So 1st and 10 now. Martinsburg's 47 for them. The receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Todd in motion again. It's another jet sweep from right to left. He has space on the far side, bouncing it outside of the numbers, and he's going to be forced out of bounds across the 40. Now it looks like they're going to say he stepped out at the 39. 1st down Martinsburg, but hold everything. It appears we might have a flag on the play around the line of scrimmage. Unless that's a piece of equipment, I can't tell. Is that a mouthpiece that fell off? There's something down there.
It must be.
And it looks like it has to be a mouthpiece that just popped off because they're not calling a penalty.
I thought the same thing. Looks a lot like a flag. It's yellow.
Maybe it's just a bright orange and we got fooled.
Yeah.
I don't know. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Dick with the handoff to McDonald Gibson right up the middle, and he's going to get tripped up by somebody on the ground as a great pancake block by Kovacs on, looked like Douglas Mayer, but Mayer on the ground still able just to get a piece of McDonald Gibson. If he didn't, McDonald Gibson still be running his way into the end zone. 6-yard gain, bringing up 2nd and 4.
The tackling on the second level, improving for Spring Mills, is the only reason he didn't score.
Dick takes the snap, dropping back the pass, chucking it deep, has Todd wide open on the near side, and he dives for it and just can't get there in the end zone. He had space, and they just couldn't connect that time.
Todd slowed up ever so slightly when he turned to look back to see if the ball was coming his way, and I think that was just barely enough. I think Dick threw that ball as if Todd was going full speed the whole way out of his break.
3rd and 4 after the incompletion. 2 receivers to each side. Dick has Myers to his left. He gets the snap, hands it off to Myers, who goes up the middle, sheds off a tackle, gets to the second level. Will be brought down at the 25.5-yard line. 1st down, Martinsburg.
Myers, the ball carrier for Martinsburg.
Good decisive running from the Martinsburg running back. So you see Myers come right off. So we kind of have gotten to the point where McDonald Gibson is the go-to running back, and Myers is more spelling him than anything.
Almost a 4-minute drive so far to open up this second half. 28-0 Martinsburg leading Spring Mills. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Dick in shotgun formation, McDonald Gibson to his right. It's a handoff to McDonald Gibson, and he's immediately met in the backfield as coming off his block, Devin King tackles KMG for a loss of 1 on the play.
Just a strong play to burst off the line of scrimmage and bring down McDonald Gibson in the backfield. Spring Mills hasn't been able to do that very often. We've seen Xavier Anderson make one play like that, really.
Two receivers to each side. Dick takes the snap, takes the one-step drop now, fires a dart to the near side, and all over Kyle Avila that time's Mayer, and he's going to get called with a pass interference on the slant.
The contact was just a little early.
And that's another 15-yard penalty against Spring Mills. And that's a first down for Martinsburg, just outside the 10-yard line.
Free first downs. They've given Martinsburg 4 or 5 of them.
Ball at the 13 now. Dick, another handoff up the middle, and again King there in the backfield to bring down McDonald Gibson. Another loss of 1, making it 2nd and 11. That left side, the offensive line, is not picking up that block against Devin King. Right end.
Yeah, the blocking's got to be better. And Martinsburg making some rare mistakes here. On the offensive line, at least.
2nd and 11, 2 receivers to each side. They send a man in motion from left to right. And it's a fake jet sweep to Todd. Dick keeps it himself, runs right up the middle. And he's finally dragged down just shy of the 5. It looks like they say his knee came down at the 6. And that makes it 3rd down and medium. Now comes the heavy package as Wolf goes out to add an extra lineman. Looks like, I believe Mikey Dillard goes out as a kind of tight end. Ricketts going under center. Is this the Maryland eye?
Yep.
It's a handoff to Dick up the middle, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. I love it. The Maryland eye here tonight. 6:09 to go in quarter number 3. It's Martinsburg 34, Spring Mills nothing. Shed a tear there. I love using the Maryland eye in college football just to frustrate people online and I got to see it work here in person this evening.
Yeah, you get two fullbacks in between the quarterback and the running back, and it was Dillard being one of them. Extra offensive lineman.
Extra point kick up and good by Page. 35-0. Martinsburg leading Spring Mills. Let's step aside, take a 1-minute break, and then be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
Sometimes our customers face circumstances that stretch their financial resources. At West Virginia American Water, we're here to help. Our customer assistance program can keep your life flowing by providing one-time assistant grants of up to $500, payment installment plans, and budget billing to provide predictable monthly bills. We also offer discounts of 20% for qualified low-income customers. To learn more about our customer assistant programs, visit westvirginiaamwater.com.
We welcome you back here at Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium. Cody Page on to kickoff yet again here for the Bulldogs tonight. His kick is away on the far side. Will be caught by Curry at the 5-yard line. Curry goes right up that far sideline, outside the numbers across the 20, hit around the 25 and falls forward and brought down, it looks like they're going to say, at the 28-yard line to Spring Mills. Let's get a scoring drive summary brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, trusted leadership and real solutions.
12 plays to go 71 yards and nearly using up half of the third quarter. And Martinsburg gets it in on a 6-yard touchdown run by Brian Dick.
Only 1 second for some reason went off that clock during the kickoff. They were a little bit late there, so 6:02 to go here in this third quarter. 35-0. Martinsburg leads Spring Mills. Swartz takes the snap. It's a quarterback keeper right up the middle, and he's able to get it to the 31-yard line. And a late flag after the play thrown, as well as some extracurriculars going on down below. As guys being helped up on their feet. So we'll wait and see what the penalty is, and it looks like it's against the Bulldogs this time.
Face mask?
It's a personal foul against Martinsburg.
Well, they had mostly avoided that here tonight, but now they are starting to rack up the penalty yards. I've got them at 50 now.
So 1st and 10, Spring Mills at the 46-yard line now.
It's only barely less than Spring Mills' penalty yards total. I believe it's at 53, 52.
Mayer in motion from left to right, and it's another quarterback run up the middle, and off the edge, Ty Ricketts grabs Swartz and drags him back. Swartz is forward progress, able to get 1 yard to the 47, making it 2nd and 9.
Well, this was the adjustment that I was kind of suggesting at halftime, but yeah, you get 4 yards on the first try, but 2 times in a row, that time Martinsburg was a little more ready for it. The offensive line didn't get as much of a push up front.
2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Running backs to the left and right is Swartz, who drops back to pass, chucking it deep, has Marin stride up the middle, and underthrows him. He couldn't come back. Good coverage by Boston Todd, kind of shielding him away from that ball without causing a pass interference penalty against him, and that makes it 3rd and 9.
These wide receivers for Spring Mills have just been locked down tonight. Xavier Anderson has 1 catch for 6 yards. Douglas has a catch for 8 yards. Boquay has a catch for 11 yards.
Surprised they haven't tried to go deep to Anderson.
He's double covered on most plays.
He's still 6'5".
Yeah.
And we know he can jump out of a building on the basketball floor at least. Well, he's looking his way. He was hit as he throws, but there you go. He catches it anyway. Xavier Anderson, first down Spring Mills as he goes up for the jump ball and gets it and comes down at the 37-yard line of Martinsburg.
The first completion of the second half, and I think it almost worked out better for Spring Mills that Swartz got his he threw. It made it a better angle for Anderson to have the positioning for that.
Another pass and an all-out blitz by Martinsburg, and Schwartz just had to throw that one away, and we'll see if it's intentional grounding. Martinsburg's coaching staff all with their hands up waiting for it.
I'm waiting for it too. I don't know. There was no receiver in the area. He threw it towards where Xavier Anderson had been, his side of the field, but he was running a streak route down the field.
No flag. We play on. 2nd and 10 here at the 37. 4:47 remaining in this third quarter. Two receivers far side, one to the near side. Back in motion. Still in the backfield is Schwartz keeping it himself and coming off his block, and what a job that time bringing him down for a loss. It's Terrell Cofield dragging down Schwartz with the sack. They're going to give Schwartz forward progress, saying he was rolled down at the 42, even though the play finished at the 45.
There was a missed block somewhere in the backfield or on the back side of that play. And Martinsburg dialed up the pressure that time, ready for
I don't know
something.
if it was a missed block. I think somehow Cofield just went with the swim move and ripped it off. Got to go back and watch that as snap back. That time there was a missed block. Urias gets there first, and then finishing him off, I believe, was Kamar Green. And that brings the ball back into Spring Mills territory at the 48-yard line, and on comes the punt team.
Yeah, that time just no one blocked Urias.
Yeah, you got to block him. He leads the team in sacks. He got there first. Schwartz able to get out of his arms somehow, but right there after that was Kamar Green, as this a booming punt. And it's fair caught at the 19-yard line by Boston Todd. 3:26 remaining here in the third. Let's get our third quarter sponsors. Third quarter brought to you by Power Beck and Matt Surf Law Offices. Call them at 304-264-8870 to speak with an attorney today, or visit www.lawpbm.com. Third quarter also brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance Agency, your total insurance solution, located at 1250 Edwin Miller Boulevard, Suite 301 in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-3361. 35-0 Martinsburg leading Spring Mills. Martinsburg with the ball back, two receivers to each side. They send on in motion from left to right. Play action pass, chucking it deep, has Irving in stride and just overthrows Christian Irving, the freshman, here on the near side.
That's another one where Martinsburg takes a play that they like to go to and runs a counter off of it. Jet sweep motion. This time they pull it out. They did have, late in that last drive, Brian Dick off of that jet sweep motion run the ball up the middle himself. This time it's a deep pass attempt and it's just overthrown.
Now it's a handoff, or excuse me, Dick keeps it running up the middle, and he's going to get it across the 25 and brought down at the 26-yard line, making it third, about 3 or 4 yards to go. Butts in on the tackle. Score update for you from Jefferson County again. Jefferson 25, Musselman 14, about midway through quarter number 3. So 3rd and 4 here at the 26-yard line. Two receivers to each side. Dick puts Myers now to his right side. Dick gets the snap, dropping back the pass, stepping up, chucking it deep again. Double coverage is Boston Todd, and that's going to be intercepted. But a flag comes in at the end as Javon Jones with the pick, but I don't think it's going to count, as it looks like we might have a pass interference called against, I believe that's Hope Boquay that was in coverage here against Boston Todd.
Yeah, I'm grabbing the arm of Boston Todd. And they were kind of hand fighting with each other, but it's too much contact to let go, especially on an interception.
So another 15-yard penalty here
calling it a
against
hold.
Spring Mills. They only called a hold. Instead of 15, it's only 10.
But it resets things for Martinsburg.
It's a first down for the Bulldogs as they spot the ball at the 36-yard line. Speaking of spot the ball, WVU tomorrow, right here on Talk Radio WRNR, against TCU. Tune into that one. Pregame coverage 3 p.m., kickoff at 6 p.m. for the Mountaineers. Two receivers to each side. Dick, read option, he keeps it. Now he's being chased down by Blake Sanders as he runs over to his left. And a late flag at the end of the play as well, as it looks like it's a holding penalty against Martinsburg as Dick was tackled behind the 40 at the 39-yard line. And that holding penalty is going to back the Bulldogs back up after that play. 2:31 remaining here in this third quarter. It's still Martinsburg 35 and Spring Mills nothing.
Dick had to really wind that one outside.
Yes.
To get a good angle to run, so that made it a longer play to have to hold a block.
As I said, Blake Sanders was just a step behind him that entire play. The receivers near side, one to the far side now for Brian Dick. Gets the snap, dropping back, looking to pass. Coming here to the near side, and from behind, Sanders had him. He gets through that, but now he's going to be sacked by Xavier Anderson. Dick tackled behind the 25, waiting to see where exactly they rule him down. Now it looks like it's the 22. Wow.
Lost about 6 yards on that.
It is second and a mile after the holding penalty, and now that sack.
That's Xavier Anderson for you.
Scoreboard has it as second and 24. Sounds about right.
Yeah, it didn't end up being a full 10 yards on that holding because it happened 2 yards down the field.
Low snap, Dick keeping it himself. Has space on the near side at the 30, 40. Dick at the 50, still going, and finally brought down across the 40 of Spring Mills at the 39 by Javon Jones, but he's able to flip the field all by himself. Brian Dick makes it first down Martinsburg. Just like that. Second and 24, didn't matter.
No, it's the QB keeper they've gone to so many times this year and a handful of times in this game. Just got the best blocking you've gotten on it. The second level opened up. And Dick used his speed.
Dick, this time handing it off to Myers, who goes up the middle, and from behind is brought down by King. He's able to fall forward, though, across the 35. Looks like they're going to give him the 33-yard line, making it second down and about 4 yards to go. 45 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. Clock rolling. So expect this to most likely be the last play of the quarter if they decide to run, or if it's an incomplete pass, then you'll have one more.
And you'll have a running clock when the fourth quarter starts.
That is correct.
With this score where it is at the moment.
Dick, quarterback sweep to the near side. Good block by Myers as Dick forced out of bounds right around the 30-yard line. Waiting to see where exactly they spot him out. And it is exactly at the 30, so that makes it 3rd and 1. Clock stopped with 19 seconds left. They start rolling it now as the ball spotted, and we'll see if Martinsburg decides to use one more play or not, or maybe they just try to get Spring Mills to jump offside, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And they did.
And they did. A hard count works. It's an encroachment penalty of 5 yards, first down Martinsburg.
That's part of the issue with the way Martinsburg can run the ball is you do sort of feel the need to really get a good jump off the line to make a good play.
Clock rolls after the penalty, and that's the end of quarter number 3. 35-0. Martinsburg leads Spring Mills. We're headed to the fourth after this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Free money you can't lose. Download the Casino Kings app today.
Prohibited word void. Disclaimer: 21 or older. Free money is not cash. Will cannot be withdrawn. This is free money or unrestricted markets on offer. Must be claimed by end of paragraph. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You've probably heard that sped up disclaimer at the end of sportsbook ads. The ones that say
Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
But can they really help you stop gambling? Yes. They've helped thousands of people here in West Virginia stop gambling and take back their lives. They provide guidance and resources, including financial counseling and even free software to block gambling sites. So talk to someone who will take the time to listen. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We welcome you back here on Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. 35-0's the score. Martinsburg leading Spring Mills as we begin the fourth quarter. And as Dylan mentioned at the end of the third, heading in here to the fourth, the rule from the NFHS is the mercy rule being 42 points at the half is a rolling clock, or 35 points at the start of the fourth quarter. A rolling clock, and that's what we have now. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. Dick takes the snap, chucking it deep for a man on the far side, and just out of bounds. He made the catch, but they say that Boston Todd didn't have a foot in at that near pile-on. Second down.
From here, you couldn't tell one way or the other whether he got in bounds or not, but a great play to make the catch regardless. Todd has been quiet. He only has the one big catch down the field. In terms of the receiving game, he's been quiet. He has carried the ball 6 times, gotten into the end zone on one of those carries, and they've gone for, at this point, over 40 yards.
Dick takes the snap, tries to go up the middle, but the hole collapses in on him as he's only able to get it to the 24-yard line. That makes it 3rd and 9.
Nice chance for Spring Mills to get some confidence here if they can get Martinsburg off the field finally.
2 receivers to each side. Dick, Myers to his left here in shotgun formation, gets the snap, hands it off to Myers, who hands it off to Todd on a sweep, and it's blown up as reading that play all the way. Bradley Butts bringing down Todd at the 35-yard line, so a loss of 11 on the play, making it 2nd down and 20.
It's 4th down.
4th down. Yeah, sorry. I don't know why I said 2nd.
I guess you just got to punt this one away. It's a nice stop for Spring Mills. They had that one read. Martinsburg's used a play like that a time or 2.
Kind of a weird formation here to be punting out of.
They're not?
They're not. Dick taking the snap, rolling out to the right, and he's going to take off at the 30, 25, diving to try to get the first down, and he's going to be well short. So they say he stepped out of bounds at the 21-yard line, so turnover on downs. And that change of possession gives Spring Mills the ball. Clock continues to roll here with the mercy rule.
See if it's still Ryland Swartz at quarterback at this point. It does look like it. Yeah, he jogs out onto the field. But hey, that's a good stop for Spring Mills to be able to.
It is.
It shows good film study discipline to recognize that Boston Todd, you got to follow him no matter where he goes. Pay attention to where he's going, even on a trick play like that.
The receivers to the near side, one to the far side for Schwartz. Takes a snap, rolling out here to the near side. And as he throws and he loses the ball, are they going to say that's an incomplete pass? I would say it was, and they're going to say it was as well, as it was rolling forward after it hit the turf. but that is going to still be intentional grounding against Swartz. So that hurts him.
Yeah.
He just had no time.
Yeah, no, it was a perfectly timed double-A gap blitz from Martinsburg where they didn't show it with a mug front, as they call it, with the linebackers right up at the line of scrimmage until the very last second they crept up.
2nd and 25, ball now at the 6. We'll see if they bring the pressure again. It's a handoff up the middle, and swarming are the 4 linemen for Martinsburg here tonight. Now it looks like it's a loss of 2 on the play. Ball now at the 4-yard line, making it 3rd and 27. 35-0, Martinsburg leading Spring Mills here in this Mercy Rule 4th quarter, meaning the clock is rolling under 8 minutes remaining now here in this ball game.
It really has just felt like the Spring Mills O-line has had no match for the Bulldogs up front.
3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side here on this 3rd and very, very long. It's another handoff up the middle, and waiting for the running back, Tavon Jones, is Carson Knight. And he hits him at the 5. Jones brought down at the 5-yard line, making it 4th and 26. Spring Mills going to have to punt out of its own end zone.
Blake Sanders and Tavon Jones this year have combined for about 600 yards and 10 rushing touchdowns on over 100 carries. Tonight they have combined for 1 yard.
Martinsburg ready to try to block this punt. They were only having 10 guys out there, but they're still able to get it. Swartz kicks it into one of Martinsburg's guys, and scooping it up into the end zone for a touchdown is Mikey Dillard. 6:35 to go here in the 4th. It's Martinsburg 41, Spring Mills nothing. We've seen some heights on Swartz's punts here tonight. That time it was just a line drive right into the gut of one of the Bulldogs, and scooping it up in the end zone is Mikey Dillard.
We've talked about the risks of those pooch punts all night long, especially against Martinsburg's D-line.
And they did it with only 10 guys out there.
Yeah.
Burson was still running out while the ball was snapped. Extra point kick up and good. 42-0 Martinsburg leads. Let's step aside and take a 1-minute break, and then we'll be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Endless pools, swim spas, up to $8,000 off MSRP. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges, up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations. Hot tubs, hot tubs, hot tubs. The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Truckloads of hot tubs from major brands like Hot Spring Hot Tubs, all discounted. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Easy financing, save thousands. Swim year-round with endless pool swim spas, up to $8,000 off MSRP. Saunas as low as $79 a month. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges, up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations. SpaExpoTristate.com. The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Endless pool swim spas, up to $8,000 off MSRP. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges, up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations.
Scored touchdown. Page on to kickoff. It's a low line drive end over end that's going to be caught at the 5 and returned by Curry. He tries to go up the middle end. He gets drilled. Who was that lower in the boom? Looked like it might have been Ty Ricketts, I think. It was Ty Ricketts, at least according to the PA announcer as well. Let's get our 4th quarter sponsors. We've got to do that. 4th quarter brought to you by Skinner Accident Injury Lawyers, representing accident injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com, as well as CMA Honda Winchester, located at 3985 Valley Pike in Winchester. 1st and 10 here. Swartz drops back the pass, fires a quick pass on a curl route caught by Anderson, who breaks through 2 tackles and now will be double-teamed as he's brought down by the feet. by Ricketts and Todd, but it's a first down for Spring Mills as Anderson able to get it to the 38-yard line. 42-0 Martinsburg leading Spring Mills here in this state championship rematch. 3.5 minutes remaining in the game. Schwartz again dropping back the pass. Rolling out here to the near side, still looking downfield. And he just throws that one away. And it looks like we're going to get a flag as I think they're going to call Urias with a personal foul, roughing the passer. As he finished that play well after it was over.
Letter of the law, that's roughing the passer, but that's a little weak to me. I know he's driving through, trying to make the tackle. Schwartz has, at that point, long gotten rid of the ball, but Urias starts making the attempt at the sack while he still has the ball in his hand. I don't know. I don't love that call, but I think if you're going by...
As you said, letter of the law,
yeah.
It's correct.
Yeah.
Was it egregious? No. The penalty, though, has Spring Mills offense now on Martinsburg's side of the field at the 47-yard line. Schwartz, play action pass. It's a quick one on the slant and through the hands of the intended receiver, Hope Boakway, and that makes it second down. With 3 minutes exactly remaining here in this fourth quarter, and the clock still rolling due to the mercy rule.
Boakway's got to catch that, but as your quarterback, you can make it a little easier on your wide receiver by taking a little bit off of it. That's a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. You could have thrown it at about 85.
Spring Mills still getting its play call out. So you got two receivers to each side of the formation. Running back to the right side of Schwartz. It's a handoff to the running back, and this time it's Bradley Butts up the middle who gets off one tackle and is finally finished off at the 40-yard line and brought down. Dillard credited with the tackle, and that makes it third and short.
Butts does have 4 rushing touchdowns this year for the Cardinals on only 17 carries.
He remains the running back out there alongside Schwartz. And they go with the hard count, and everybody jumping offside that time for Martinsburg. And that 5-yard penalty make it first down Spring Mills. Ball now at the 35-yard line.
The Spring Mills can make themselves feel better about this game if they can go down here and get some points up on the board.
Got to go quickly because that clock continues to roll because of the mercy rule.
Yep,
it's already at 1:45 remaining.
Nobody likes to be shut out.
Martinsburg can hold on. It would be back-to-back shutout wins. Schwartz has some trouble with the snap. Now has to step up in the pocket. And he's going to be sacked yet again by Kamar Green. What a game for him. It's his second sack here tonight.
I've got 4 overall for Martinsburg.
And the loss makes it now 2nd and 11. Ball at the 36-yard line. Clock still rolling. We got 1 minute left here tonight in this one.
2nd and 11.
Two receivers to each side. Schwartz takes snap, looking to his left, now running to his left, still looking downfield. And instead, he's just going to take off. Didn't like the coverage down there. And he's brought down across the 35. They're going to mark him at, it looks like, the 33-yard line. So that makes it 3rd and 8. We'll see if Spring Mills decides to go with one more play or not. It's the way they're moving. It might be all that's left unless they decide to hurry things up. You got 20 seconds left.
One shot at the end zone. Why not?
Xavier Anderson out wide here on the near side. See if it goes his way. Schwartz drops back the pass. It's an all-out blitz, so he has to step up. And Martinsburg wraps him up and brings him down yet again. And that's the ball game. Clock's going to hit 0 before they can get the final play off. And Martinsburg dominates the rematch of last year's state championship. Final score, 42-0 Martinsburg beats Spring Mills. The Bulldogs won 7 straight, now 7-2 overall. Spring Mills falls to 4-4. We'll step aside, take a 2-minute break, and on the other side of that break, get into our post-game show. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Fort Evans Archery of Inwood is your local full-service archery pro shop with sales and setup, maintenance, repairs, and sight-ins. Fort Evans Archery is a full stocking dealer for all your favorites like Hoyt, Matthews, Elite, Bowtech, Mission, and Bear, with crossbows from Raven, 10-point, Barnett, and Excalibur. And Fort Evans Archery has a sight range out to 60 yards. Fort Evans Archery, 998 Arden-Elville Road, Suite 2, Inwood, open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. until 6, Saturdays 9:30 to 4. FortEvansArchery.com.
Nothing goes better with football than chicken. From Pee Wee to the big boys to the wing T formation. Oh my, fumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Omaha!
Rocks Local Market.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Remember all the sports we played when we were kids?
Oh yeah, swimming, tennis, basketball,
Football, soccer, track. I loved winning.
I still do.
Our competitive spirit is still going strong.
But now we use it to win for our clients. If you've been hurt in almost heaven,
call the Sevens, 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube to Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium, where our final score here tonight in this state championship rematch is 42-0. Martinsburg defeats Spring Mills. Our postgame show is brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, with a full lunch and dinner menu and daily specials in a clean, comfortable atmosphere. You can check out the
following sports special
page. It's back-to-back shutout wins for Martinsburg, making it 7 straight wins on the season. The Bulldogs now sit at 7-2 overall, heading into the bye week before wrapping up the season at home in November against Hurricane. I'm Colin McLaughlin for Talk Radio WRNR TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Alongside me on the call tonight is Ben Dylan Bishop. We'll hear from him here in a little bit with Coach David Walker. Our on-site producers, John Alderton, camera crew tonight, Jillian Haynes, Rodney Watcher, Ethan Elliott, Vernon Dale Paquel back at the studio is Kyler High. Stay tuned. You'll hear from him as well with your post-game scoreboard show as Dylan getting ready to bring Coach Walker over to our camera area for those tuned in on TV 10 or our YouTube stream. So we wait to see if Dylan's good down there and
all right,
ready
Colin's
to go.
Giving me a thumbs up from up there. Down here with Coach Walker. Coach, dominant defensive performance. Really, Spring Mills couldn't get much of anything going on offense. What did you contribute the success on the defensive side to tonight?
Attitude and effort. I mean, that's what we preach to them all the time, and they played really hard and had a good week of practice, and they executed what they needed to do tonight.
On the offensive side, you guys put it into the hands of Brian Dickmore to run the ball, and the run game overall tonight was successful. A couple of big plays through the passing game. About that side of the ball, how did you feel about the performance?
Yeah, I thought we played pretty well. We kind of, took what they gave us, so they were giving us some things, so, we tried to take advantage of it. But, our guys just played well. They showed up, and, I was a little concerned it being homecoming, all the distractions, but they did a good job tonight.
I just think they handled everything mentally, this being state championship rematch. It felt like emotions were high on the Spring Mills side for sure. How did you feel like that handled? It felt like less penalties than usual tonight at the very least. How did you feel about that side of things overall, how they handled the week?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that, they didn't approach this game any different than they have the previous 8. I get it. It's they know each other. They're all friends or whatever. But I think at the end of the day, it's business as usual. And I thought they come out and took care of business, did what they were supposed to do. As far as the penalties go, I thought we played a lot cleaner game than we have in a while. So I was happy with that.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Colin.
Thank you to Coach David Walker as well as Dylan Bishop there. Let's step aside and take another 2-minute break. And on the other side of that 2-minute break, Dylan will be back up here in the broadcast booth alongside me. We'll get you post-game stats, awards as well, and wrap things up for this evening. Again, final score 42-0. Martinsburg defeats the Spring Mills Cardinals. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio, WRNR, TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. We're back in 2 minutes.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. We have been challenged to sell 20 new and used vehicles each and every day for the rest of the year. This means you save thousands. Hagerstown Ford is the largest Ford store on the I-81 corridor, ranked among the top dealerships in the country in sales volume and customer satisfaction. If you are even thinking about buying a new car, now is the time. Visit HagerstownFord.com and choose your new ride, and we will bring it to you. You will sign all the documents from your phone and skip that awful finance process that consumes your entire day in the dealership. Let's recap. Hagerstown Ford must sell 20 vehicles a day. You will sign all the documents from your phone on your time. We will bring your new ride to you, and you're done. It's that easy. If you don't like it, return it. Our return policy is better than Walmart, and our buying experience is better than Amazon. And you save thousands. Hagerstown Ford is the #1 Ford store from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C., from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland. Now, we want to be the #1 Ford store in the nation.
Hagerstown Ford, right off Interstate 81, across from the Valley Mall.
Beckett and Surf Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? lawpbm.com.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
Welcome back here to our final segment of the Palace Lounge post-game show tonight. Again, final score 42-0. Martinsburg gets the best of Spring Mills here tonight to continue on this rampage of 7 straight wins now for the Bulldogs as Spring Mills falls to 4-4 on the season. 2 games remaining for the Cardinals at Parkersburg South next week, and then wrapping up the season at home against Hedgesville. So 2 winnable games for Spring Mills to bounce back after tonight's tough loss. For Martinsburg, it's the bye week, and then they wrap up the season with Hurricane here at home, a team that has had a really down season. Dylan?
Yeah.
You're still totaling up the post-game stats whenever you're ready. They are brought to you by your local full-service archery pro shop, Fort Evans Archery of Inwood. Call 304-229-7064 or visit fortevans.com.
So for Spring Mills, Blake Sanders ends up with 3 carries for 1 yard. Tavon Jones, 4 carries for 0 yards. Rylan Swartz, there's some sacks that I have to account for in here, but at the half, 4 carries for 2 yards, and he went for 4, 1, -5, -10, -1, 3, and -2. 3 sacks in the second half for Martinsburg. So I believe that would put him at -10 in the second half, putting him
and -8 for the game, which means -8 yards on what ends up being 11 carries. Xavier Anderson ends up with a decent stat line of 3 catches for 52 yards. That's about all there was for Spring Mills' offense. Brian Dick ends up going just 4 for 10 for 70 yards through the air, but he carries the ball 22 times for 140 rushing yards and 1 touchdown. Kevin Myers, 5 for 29 on the ground. Kingston McDonald Gibson, another big game, 10 carries for 90 yards and a score. Boston Todd, quiet day receiving, only had 2 catches for 28 yards, but on the ground, 7 carries, 36 yards, and a rushing touchdown. Terrell Cofield, 2 carries for 2 touchdowns. We get a block punt touchdown in there for Martinsburg. 5 sacks of Ryland Swartz, and a dominant win.
Anything else that you got to add, Dylan?
Not for stats, nope.
All right, there you go. That's our post-game stats. Let's get now to tonight's awards as we wrap things up here from Coburn Field. Starting off with our first award tonight, the play of the game, brought to you by CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg. Stop in, see them today at 48 Kelly Island Road in Martinsburg, or call 304-263-8821. CMA, they're moving lives forward.
I'm going to go with the 30-yard touchdown run by Kingston McDonald Gibson. Honestly, there is not a ton of plays that stand out tonight. It was just kind of an efficient domination from Martinsburg tonight, but I thought that was probably the best run of the night.
All right, that's tonight's play of the game. How about tonight's collision of the game, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page.
How about Martinsburg getting a blocked punt touchdown with only 10 players on the field? It backed up
that happened.
Spring Mills near their own goal line, and didn't matter. The pooch punt sort of thing, Swartz backed up, can't be too far behind his line of scrimmage, and the Bulldogs break through.
So that's tonight's collision of the game. How about tonight's catch of the game, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere.
16-yard catch by Xavier Anderson. Spring Mills getting one. The one where Ryland Swartz kind of hit as he's throwing the ball, ends up kind of floating through the air as a true jump ball. And I mean, who's going to beat Xavier Anderson for a jump ball?
It's very true. I'm surprised, though. I thought maybe you were going to go with Boston Todd's pass here to set up the 1-yard touchdown.
That was my pick the entire way until I looked back at the Spring Mills stat sheet for myself here and looked at Xavier Anderson, and I thought, oh, yeah.
It was a good
Remember
catch,
that play?
Yeah.
But, yes, honorable mention to Boston Todd for that one.
All right, lastly, tonight's player of the game, brought to you by CMA Honda Winchester, located at 3985 Valley Pike in Winchester. Call 540-686-1622 at CMA Honda of Winchester. Owners just care more about you.
Brian Dick, 22 carries, 140 rushing yards, and a rushing touchdown. He had to carry things a lot more with his legs this week than he did last week, where he didn't have a single carry. We saw in the 2 games against Spring Mills last year, the quarterback running the ball was a crucial part of the offense, and it was the same thing this year with Brian Dick instead of Coy Fagan, and he did what he had to do. Again, 140 rushing yards, and he got into the end zone. Made a couple of big passes through the air, but still only 4 for 10 for 70 yards, and yet I still got to give him the player of the game.
That wraps things up for us. For Kyler High back at the studio, you'll hear from him here in a few minutes with the post-game scoreboard show. Our crew tonight of Jillian Haynes, Vernon Dale Piquel, Rodney Watcher, and Ethan Elliott. John Alderton, our on-site producer. Dylan Bishop alongside me. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Signing off, tonight's state championship rematch between Martinsburg and Spring Mills goes to the Martinsburg Bulldogs by a final score of 40-0. This has been West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Have a great rest of your night, everyone.
After a car accident, call the local law firm that can give you the help you need right now.
Get more with Manchin Ferretti, the one with 115 years of combined experience fighting for West Virginia accident victims. Get more with Manchin Ferretti.
The one that takes on the big insurance companies.
Get more with Manchin Ferretti. We're Manchin Ferretti.
After a car accident, we'll fight for every dollar you deserve. And if there's no recovery, there's no fee. So call right now.
Get more with Manchin Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department.
Welcome into the post.
Hi, I'm Hoppy Kercheval, a longtime radio host and Peak Advantage member. I'm excited to share the great news that you now have the option to join Peak Advantage Medicare plans, West Virginia's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, created for you by local trusted doctors partnering with WVU Medicine and Valley Health. Our plans include a $0 premium plan option including dental, vision, hearing, prescriptions, flex card, and more. If you'd like to become a member of Peak Advantage or have more questions, contact our local team today at 1-877-478-5545.
Let's talk about what to do after a car or truck accident.
First, call 911. Then call Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
Let us handle the insurance company so you can focus on getting better.
Being injured in a wreck is enough stress. Let your doctor handle your medical issues.
And let the Skinner brothers handle your insurance issues.
If you've been hurt in almost heaven,
call the Sevens, 304-777-7777.
And that concludes today's postgame show. Be sure to tune in each week throughout the regular and postseason for more West Virginia high school football. Today's game has been brought to you by
W. Harley Miller Systems, Smallwood and Small Insurance Agency, Power, Beck and Matzereth Law Offices, Senate Finance Chairman Jason Barrett, Hagerstown Ford, Fort Evans Archery, Rocks Local Markets, the Brown Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, personal injury attorneys, Cody's Auto Body, the Palace Lounge, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, the Berkeley County Health Department, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, Ameriprise Financial and the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, CMA Honda of Winchester, CMA Chevy and Toyota of Martinsburg, CMA Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg, Dignity Memorial Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery of Martinsburg, Floor Pools of Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg, Inferno Brewery and Andy's Pizza.
for the best in high school, college, and NFL coverage all season long. Keep it tuned in to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.